What Aaron Neesmith is saying right now, that Dante stopping in front of him. We kind of saw this in years past from Chris Paul when he would get ahead of you and just kind of stop and make the defender come on his back.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
Classic Chris Paul.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
That's what he does.
I never listen. I'm gonna listen. I wanna listen to the drums.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Dan.
And I'm Jake.
And I'm Blake.
There you go.
Is that what you want?
We are in symmetry.
Open.
For
Business.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed, we are. It's Thursday, the 9th of May. Show number 164 for your heroes here. Doing a video today in our studio, our home away from home. We have a listener sitting in today. He is James Crowley. You can see him if you're watching the video. He's all tough and buff and
Oh, look at him.
Look at him.
once fought at Fight Night.
I like that shirt.
I do too.
Rugby guy. He has a rain gauge.
Do you really?
You always put a little shot glass out there, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really have a rain gauge.
Oh.
Got a half inch the other day.
Oh,
That's what she said.
deep.
Hell yeah, bro.
I love that Blake is actually doing this.
What's that?
Rain gauging.
Gauging his range.
Yeah.
I felt the widest I've ever felt yesterday when I mowed
That's
the
saying
grass.
a lot for you.
I know. When
It
I
is something.
When I mowed the grass and when the storms rolled in, I told my wife, glad I mowed today.
Oh, no.
That's so bad.
But we needed it.
Yeah,
We
you know
needed it.
who needs it? The farmers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Used to be a field.
Yeah, I think all the rain is. At least my wife was alleging that's why we have these big fuzzy caterpillars all around. Like they're. Have you guys noticed these?
Yeah.
they're
She
so
brought it up the
prevalent.
other day.
Since you said it, I've noticed a couple.
Like I see it on the road from the car. I can see it.
No
Like
way.
they're that big.
Like they're in the bike
I don't
lane?
believe you're not seeing it, and you live in my neighborhood. You gotta stop texting while you're driving. That's all you're doing is looking at your phone, watching TikTok.
Well, you're zooming past me.
That's true. But then she's walking around killing them
No, why?
Why?
because she said that they destroy vegetation.
That was definitely on the Today Show, right?
Probably.
Had
And
to
I'm
be.
like, what
Had to have been.
impact do you think you're having? She killed 3 of them on our dog walk last night.
Well, you know what we do is we put them in the little container. Like I told you guys about the ladybug.
Just to put on display at home?
Remind me of everything you're just saying.
We have like a little bug container.
With like air slits in it?
Yeah. Slits.
Slit.
Yeah.
What, for the kid? So you can
Yeah.
play nature with the kid?
Play nature. That's right.
Then she can conveniently put it into the microwave with that because it's plastic.
That's right.
Who didn't microwave an ant?
It is microwave friendly.
Raise your hand if you did not microwave an ant.
I didn't microwave an ant, but I did microwave my brother's Hanson CD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did that ruin the microwave?
It did. It
What?
blew up.
Did it blew up the microwave?
Yeah.
So if you put a piece of metal in there, it actually hurts the microwave.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And the CD.
We should do that. we have video now, and we want to do bits. Let's do it. Let's get a microwave and let's just see if it really works. If anybody has an old one that you're going to be throwing away anyway, you're remodeling.
Hey.
Yeah. that's
Remodeling. If you guys have a microwave, you're getting rid of, dude.
right. You know, the other day.
Or we'll throw it off a roof or
and
something.
I don't think I told you guys about this. I made a hot pocket.
Beth?
It'd been a long
You know
time.
who's sang the Hot Pocket theme?
Camille.
From Captain and Camille. Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
she's getting mailbox money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. But the people that I'm renting the house from, they apparently were stoked on Hot Pockets.
Oh, why? They just have a ton of them there?
Yeah.
Okay.
She stopped cooking for him.
Yeah, something
Oh.
happened. Yeah, exactly. Right. The divorce.
I'm a big Hot Pocket fan.
Man, I can't
From
tell
way
you the last
back. I
time
used to
had
eat
one.
the Stouffer's frozen pizza. But then
Honestly, like I looked at the nutrition facts. It's not as bad as you would think.
All right.
Has
It
it
was like-
changed?
It was like I think it was a lean pocket,
Okay.
but it was like 5% of your daily cholesterol. Calories wise, it was like 250.
What about sodium?
The sodium was not good. I will give you that.
Man, I feel like such a, I don't know, gay or whatever. That's all I do is look at the,
I know.
That's the first thing you do.
is look at the thing. Well, how's this going to affect me?
Same.
Like, what? Who cares?
But it was so good, though.
Yeah.
Was it?
Dude, it was so good.
Hey, I have breaking news today.
Hit me.
Sports Mayor.
Batman?
Hold on.
Sportsman.
Listen.
Okay.
The great Jameson made this for us because Sports Mayor is on the prowl. He said it's version 1, so it may even improve. Mayor. Sports Mayor Eric L. Johnson, the
Yes.
mayor of the city of Dallas. Boy, you miss a day, and we miss a lot.
Yeah.
Like Business
True.
Wednesday, there's so much stuff because this happened on late Tuesday, I believe, May 7th. Sports Mayor tweets, "What do you say, Mike Johnston from
Well,
Colorado?"
that's it for us today. We got to go before this becomes a zoo.
Okay.
Well, I don't even know.
Why did that run?
I'm never mad at it. But
He said that's queued up for the end of the show. So what do you say, at Mike Johnston, Colorado, to a friendly wager on the NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs Western Conference second round? If the Avalanche win, a Texas-style belt buckle is yours on me, or the taxpayers. State your wager and let's go all in. And then he followed that up a couple hours later because Mayor Johnston, I'm guessing, of
Denver
Denver?
or something. Yeah.
somewhere in Colorado. Like he just pepper sprays every mayor within the area. He says, "Game on."
Mm.
He's ready. He's the sports mayor of Colorado. When, all caps, when the Avalanche beat the Stars, you send me a Texas belt to add to my collection. He probably has that accent. If there are any surprises, you get one of my own Denver belt buckles. Deal?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, the stakes are so high this year. Belt buckles. Someone gives a flying F about why is this done? What are we doing? What a moron.
I mean,
Can we see the sports mayor video? He's out today, I think, pimping like the opening of or their
I love sports. I do. I admit it. I love sports.
we now have
What is that hat?
let's see that again.
There are times in life.
Let's see it.
okay.
Let's play it again.
I love sports. I do. I admit it. I love sports.
Just put it on a loop.
I love sports. I do. I admit it. I love sports.
I gotta say though,
I love sports. I do. I admit it. I love sports.
yeah, we believe you.
I love sports.
Yep.
I do. I admit it. I love sports.
I got to get the lyrics on that little part. I don't know what he says
I
there.
do. I admit it. I love sports.
I will tell you, that Colorado flag, phenomenal,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Like I think our flag is pretty good, but that flag is great. So
He admits it. He's going to go out on this
I
limb.
admit it. I admit it. I love sports.
I know a lot of people, this might kind of, I don't know if we can reach across the aisle and agree on this, but I'm
Right.
one of the guys who loves sport. Me,
One of the very unpopular tenets of society, sports. I
right,
love it.
the only thing left on television that anyone will pay
That's
for.
right.
And somehow that came
I'm
up,
the guy who loves it.
that
Yeah.
came up in his speech somehow. Because I mean, he's reading from those papers.
I think it might be regarding like the women's soccer team coming down.
Yeah, the thing we talked about on Tuesday.
So they asked me why would we bring him here? Because I love sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, excuse me.
Hand
Mayor.
up. I just love sports.
Yeah. So on today's program, we have a lot. We're going to talk to James Crowley about rugby and stuff. Is that true?
Yeah. Yes, sure.
You got like a
Talk
bit
about-
this weekend?
Yeah, we got our year-end banquet and Hall of Fame induction.
I think he was pitching us to go cover that in some way. Is that right?
Yeah, it was a long shot, but I figured I'd shoot it.
Couldn't get credentialed.
And
Yeah.
Blake's like, no, I'm not going to some rugby.
He's like, we don't do
banquet."
weekends.
Didn't
but
say that.
I'm like, fine, I'll do it. I'll do anything. I have nothing going on. These
I would have
guys
been
got
there
little
2 hours
kids.
early.
Free food
Yeah.
and beer, so yeah, whatever. What are you gonna do?
You should lead with that.
Yeah, that's sure.
You got any website to plug, or we do it later, or whatever you want?
Sure, yeah. Dallas Athletic Rugby Club. Make sure the athletics in there because we're not Dallas. We're Dallas Athletic.
Yeah.
I don't
It's a
know
long
if
website.
we're any more athletic.
Is
but,
Sports Mayor on board
Dark-
with you? He must be.
DARC at DARC is the socials. Sports
Okay.
Mayor. I don't think we've ever met Sports Mayor before.
Damn.
Maybe we could get him out, lure him over with a belt buckle or something.
Yeah, tackle him. Do you tackle him rugby?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
lots of
Why are
time.
you asking me?
Who's your
Lots of
favorite
smash.
NFL player? Isn't there like one rugby player that we all...
yeah, what
was
was
it
that
San
guy?
Francisco?
The Patriots had one and the 49ers
Patriots
had one.
had,
Yeah.
like, was it Ebbers or something like that?
Okay, so you don't care.
I don't really. Yeah,
You just care about Dallas rugby.
that's all.
Dallas Athletic.
Athletic, yeah.
Not just
Whatever.
Dallas rugby.
It is a bit weird that it like never took hold in America.
It's puzzling to me. I've been around it for 20 years.
Well, what are you going to do?
No, I just mean like if you think about it from the standpoint of like obviously we love the violence of the NFL.
Ah, yes.
Don't get all hard.
Is it not violent enough?
We're football fans are big suckers for the forward pass. I don't know.
All right.
How did
Maybe
you get
that's what
into
it is.
it?
I went to UTA and they don't have a football team, and I saw some guys over here playing flag football and some guys over here playing rugby, and I was like, "What the hell is that? I want to give it a try."
And the rugby guys at
Yeah.
my college were the
Hardcore.
wild- Oh, my God.
Throwing kegs. Just
They were drinking beer out of each other's bottoms and just
Yeah.
like
What?
whatever the craziest thing you could
yes, dude.
imagine doing. Like,
When-
yeah.
Is that a part of the game?
No,
No. It was like after the game.
But Dan is right though. Like that generationally passes down. The guys I know who played rugby were the wildest dudes I've ever met in my
Ripping.
life.
Well, yeah, they're all teed up.
I think we were near them in our hotel in Daytona Beach, and they we were at the front desk doing something. I don't know. It's every room has 15 guys in it.
Sure.
It's insane.
Right.
And the one of the rugby guys that I knew walks down and he comes next to me. Doesn't come next to me, but he walks up next to me.
It's on you.
And then he's holding the shower head with like the wall, part of the wall around it. Like
Yeah.
they had ripped it out.
Yeah.
And it was like, he's like, and he's like just big ape animal. Just,
Yeah.
I knew a girl in our dorm who ran through the whole rugby team in one night, I believe. She was not ashamed. She loved the rugby guys.
It feels like it could kill you.
Well,
some gave, all gave.
yeah, you want the ultimate
I feel like his laugh just now was very indicative.
of
Yeah,
like, he's like, yeah, I've been there.
He's met that time.
No, I haven't had a rugby rainbow party or anything.
Whoa.
They have a name for it.
Anyway, what I want to do right now,
Sure.
I have this. I know we got the Mavs to get to, and Sarah Hepola.
Let's
will
act
be in
like it
here
didn't
with us.
happen.
Act like the Mavs game didn't happen. We can overall, but
Got a mulligan.
I got some good audio. I think I'd like to play from that, but I have even better audio,
Okay.
and that's what I want to lead with today. Have you guys heard the story of the Ohio State commencement by anyone else but me? Because I told you I want to talk about this today.
No.
Ohio State University. You?
No.
Okay, maybe I just get, your individual feeds are fed to you, and I get a lot of Ohio guys.
The algorithm. I
Yeah.
saw a tweet. I did not follow up on it, and then you said, I'm on it.
So some are saying this is the worst commencement speech ever for a graduation. And I don't know if you remember, but the previous worst commencement speech was at Princeton a few years ago.
I showed up here 31 years ago. And I was fortunate to come here from a family
You know who this is?
who was really
Garrett?
very good.
Jason
great
Garrett.
Parents, great brothers and sisters. I learned a lot from them, but I probably learned excellence.
I think he does the strawberry story somewhere in there.
The monk.
the monk, the strawberry, the
Yeah.
beautiful strawberry, because that's kind of the only bit he has.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to Ohio State. I want you to strap in a little bit.
Okay.
Let's just start by telling you the guy's name is Chris Pan. He is a self-described social entrepreneur.
Okay.
Okay, so that's his job. When you see someone that on TV, like social entrepreneur, it's you're like, what? What does that mean?
Yeah, it feels like the type of profession that you would see on The Bachelor.
So, sometimes it's somebody you've kind of heard of, like maybe Jason Garrett at Princeton. They kind of heard of him. He's, or just somebody that's well-known within the university or anything.
Who gave yours?
I don't remember. Maybe it was maybe a former governor of Ohio or maybe John Glenn. Something.
Yeah, mine was just a
John Glenn's from Ohio. He
One of those.
was on the moon.
It wasn't the governor, but still. Yeah, mine was just like
He can go to the moon.
a senator.
But somebody I had heard of,
Yeah.
but didn't, and then they
Yeah.
talked for 20 minutes. It was very boring, whatever. We just want to send you off to give you some words of wisdom to get you out there into the world. So here's
Totally.
Chris Pan, and here's how everything starts.
Thank you, President Carter, for those kind words. Hello, Buckeye family. I feel so at home right now.
he out of breath?
Congratulations to the class of 2024.
All right.
You've all worked so
Sorry.
hard.
I'm already stopping.
Why is that?
Because that's too early to clamor for applause.
Milk for okay, so that's going to be a theme here. Well, at least early on, you're going to have some other themes developing, but early on, he is a milk the applause guy.
So many late nights, and we made it. So let's one more round of applause for the class.
Yep. You're
And he's clapping.
18 seconds in, and you've milked twice.
Yes. All right. So there is a theme emerging. Let me jump to cut 2.
Okay, hold on. Can you tell me again, specifically who this person is?
Again, no one knows who he is.
Okay.
So when you are at Ohio State and you're like, I just want you to be like, hey, I'm a student at Ohio State. This guy is a graduate, and he's a social entrepreneur.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if there were.
So no one, I'll tell you
There
who
were
he
more.
is after you hear a little bit of him,
Okay.
but you're just a student.
Okay.
It's not like he's famous on campus. It's not like he's a legendary student. It's just, he's a guy, for all you know, and again, he's a social entrepreneur.
Okay.
And one of the early themes, which is because he wanted to take a moment and look back at, so he's going to take another moment.
As the first pandemic class, you've already learned that you've had to adapt. You've had to be resilient. It's not what necessarily we all wanted, but we made it. And so let's take a moment and really honor, this amazing experience.
So yes, he actually is taking a moment, and that's what he did there. All right, he's going to thank all the people in his life that have got him here.
He sounds like Brian from Ball State. I know that I referenced that last week, but
he's thanking everybody in his life that his grandma, his dad. He's just leading up to some stuff.
My mom, she taught me to have an abundance mindset, enjoy life, and be kind to others. Let's take a moment to acknowledge all the people who sacrificed and supported our journey, to all the family, the staff, the friends who got us here. Can we please give them a huge thank you?
Again, we're taking moments. We're calling for applause. You've heard 3 of those.
yeah.
And we are 2 minutes into the speech.
Yeah, and I also just want to point out that we've done this a couple times, when we're trying to acknowledge somebody, but it is a tough look when you start clapping 7 seconds before everyone else. He starts clapping, and then everyone's like,
all right, I
okay,
guess
yeah,
I'll join
I guess.
in. We're all
Yeah.
here. All right, so I'm listening to this, and I'm reading the headlines. It's the worst commencement speech ever, and I'm thinking, all right, it's silly, but is this the worst ever? Well, here's where we know we're really getting into something.
I'd like to get started by moving our energy, getting our energy flowing.
Oh, yes.
So if you're able to, please stand and follow my movement.
Shut up.
Take a deep breath, get real high, and I scream at the top of my lungs. One more time, a little louder. Wake up in the morning. Take a deep breath.
What are the lyrics of this?
Scream at the top of my lungs.
Follow Chris's
All right,
movements.
everybody, to the right. Hey, left. Hey,
Oh, we got one.
hey.
We got a dancer.
Tap your arms. Other side. All right, now stomp. Hey.
What are the people think? Like, what are like the regents or all the stuff suits on the stage?
We got this.
What is
All
it?
right, now, put your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4.
No one counts 2, 3,
Exhale.
4.
2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. So what we just did, please have a seat. Thank you. Where did my speech go?
Oh, yeah, I don't think you wrote one.
Where'd it go?
He's just riffing.
So what we just did is called box breathing.
Well, that's not how box breathing works. Box breathing
It's
is
used
4,
by
4,
the
4,
Navy
4.
SEALs to remain calm and think clearly in stressful situations. Now that we're more present, let's start with a parable.
Now we're
Oh
gonna.
my gosh.
Oh yeah.
3 blind men
parable.
touch an elephant.
So now we do the
Do you know the elephant thing? This is fantastic.
Oh, do you want to actually hear it?
Yes.
Do you know it?
No.
I didn't before I listened to the speech. I don't think.
Do you know box breathing?
No.
4 in, hold 4.
So the Navy SEAls get up and sing that song to.
Yes, they
Calm
get up
themselves?
and they get up and sing. Hey, yeah.
Do you want to give the elephant parable, or you want me to play? Because I didn't really.
I mean,
I
we
have
can. It's that I think the idea is that it's like coming to things from different perspectives.
Yeah.
So like you could touch like a different part of an animal and like you would think like, oh, okay, this is a deer. This is a
Or you touch different part of the elephant. You're like, this is a rope.
right. This is a rope. This
This is
that wasn't that funny.
Yeah, this is a leather couch.
Right, but
Whatever.
then like the sighted man can tell you like it's
Right.
actually an elephant, but
That's
you
why
were-
it's important to look
That's
at
right.
things from different
That's right.
perspectives.
box breathing
A
though.
bag of bowling balls.
Big fan.
But
But he also explained it like completely incorrectly. It's 4, 4, 4, 4.
Not
so
2, 3, 4.
No.
let me get up to the next portion of the speech. This is most often cited in the news stories. The news stories I had didn't have he was singing 3 minutes into his speech. This is the part that gets most of the play, so it's probably pretty good.
My goal today is to share new perspectives that will lead you to financial, emotional, and spiritual freedom.
So
Blah, blah, blah.
You got the elephant perspective now.
Money issues are one of life's biggest stressors. A new study shows that to have a 20% down payment for a house, the median age of the home buyer is in their 60s. Anyone want to wait that long? My hairdresser lamented to me that she'll be able to retire a week after her funeral, and it broke my heart. If you dream of owning a home or retiring before your funeral, then we have to become financially literate. Saving is not enough because inflation exploded after the pandemic, which is why everything got so expensive. Our government printed so much money for special projects and wars. Guess who's paying for it? The mechanics of investing are actually easy, but it comes down to mindset. The most common barriers are fear, laziness, and closed-mindedness.
Lack
Great
of
investors are
resources,
open-minded
maybe.
and understand things before other people. So I know this might feel polarizing, but I encourage you to keep an open mind right now. I see Bitcoin as a very misunderstood
What the fuck?
asset class.
You know that's not real.
People are booing.
Where'd that come from?
Fine, Doge.
It's decentralized and finite.
And then he goes on with the Bitcoin lesson.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Crypto.com or whatever.
if we're gonna work backwards
Blockchain.
here,
Blockchain.com.
That's right.
in order to buy your house, you need to invest in
B60.
Bitcoin.
That's right. Yes.
So you wanted to know a little more about him. Now that we're at this point, I can kind of tell you. He's a social entrepreneur.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Can I keep jumping in?
Of course.
Like, I know that you and
This
I
is
both...
the greatest thing I've ever brought to you.
You and I both love Victoria.
Our hairdresser. Yeah, she's our barber.
But you don't call her that.
No. Our barber, our hair cutter.
The haircut
I would
lady.
never say
Yeah.
hairdresser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just something,
Hair artist.
there's something really funny about him being like, I'm a common man, and my hairdresser was last week.
He's a social entrepreneur, the founder of My Intent,
Okay.
which sells bracelets and necklaces with inspirational words and phrases.
And that is profitable enough to get you to the Buckeye commencement speech. That's what you're telling me.
He wrote on his LinkedIn page after, media picked up on this speech that he wrote most of the speech while on ayahuasca.
All right.
That's a tough PR look for ayahuasca.
And these things are $30.
He would. I'm not going to play this
Bracelets or the
one. Trying to
These
limit it,
scared little
but he
bracelets.
did Then he went on to explain what Bitcoin was and did a magic trick. Had the university president come up so he could,
Do magic.
here's a quarter, here's three quarters,
Yeah.
and he did a magic trick, and he was pretty excited about that.
What do we got?
Bitcoin.
See at the very end.
I learned magic trick last week just to be able to have this moment.
I learned
You
a
learned
magic I learned magic trick.
We got to do some more life lessons.
So for emotional freedom, I stumbled into singing as a wellness practice after I went through a terrible breakup. Every morning,
As we
I
all
felt so
do.
much sadness and pain.
Yeah.
I considered taking antidepressants, but intuitively, I just started singing each morning.
Intuitively.
I'm not a trained singer, but I used it as musical therapy. I later learned that singing stimulates the amygdala, where we store emotions. It's a powerful way to release negative energy stuck in the body. Singing is also powerful for manifesting.
Is he going to make him sing again?
What we sing about, we bring about.
There you go.
I like it.
Get that on a bracelet.
Feel like, that is absolutely on a bracelet, right? There's no way he doesn't sell a necklace with.
That one's 49.
What
Sing
we
about,
sing
bring
about, we bring about.
Yeah, look that up, Blake. It's called My Intent.
Yeah.
All one word.
I'm here.
So yeah, if we can get what we sing about,
Look at that bracelet.
we bring about.
YouTube.
Oh, you're seeing it?
Yeah, your word.
All right, this cut.
It's on your screen too. It's
Oh, I'm sorry.
no. It's it's just an extremely basic bracelet. Like there's nothing cool about that at all.
Okay, speaking of there's nothing cool about it at all, I marked this and just said, I feel like he's the uncool McConaughey.
And lastly, I'd love to share the power of intention for spiritual growth.
Mm-hmm.
Life is a series of intentions. Each intention is a lesson for our soul to grow.
Don't you feel like if McConaughey said that, we'd be like, hell yeah, bro.
Agent.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
My soul could grow, man. But this nerd is saying it, and we're like,
Get out of here, dweeb.
all right. I have just, this cut is labeled, this is incredible. So I'm not exactly sure what it is because we've already heard these
a lot
other
of incredible things, yeah.
But let's just sit back and listen to
High bar or low.
Chris Pan a little bit more because we're about 9 minutes in now, actually.
Okay, remind me.
9:44.
This is Ohio State's commencement, right?
Yeah.
Like, so do you have any idea, like, I mean, I know that you and I talked about, like, the people that we had at our universities, but, like, who normally does this?
Who what?
Like speaks at these, right?
Well,
Like, is it,
I can tell you that Ohio State
Ralph Nader
has an Ohio State Speaker Advisory Committee.
Okay.
They listed an original list of 79 names were originally considered by the committee. Then they pared it down to 10.
Like the playoff committee.
This guy was not on that pared down list.
Okay.
The president of Ohio State, he's very new. He's been there less than a year.
Is he, what's Herbie's dog's name, Blake?
Ben.
Herb Street is on the list.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Jim Tressel,
Yeah.
former head coach. Kamala Harris. It says ice cream Jenny Britton Bauer. Oh, okay. So that she must own the Bauer. Is it Bauer ice cream? I don't know. If that's in the let's see. LeBron James was on their list. Zelensky from Ukraine.
Yeah.
Auto parts.
Guy Fieri, who is born in Columbus.
Not from the auto parts.
Guy Fieri. So
yeah.
The point is that.
But this guy wasn't even in
And
the
then they said they cut down on people they thought were too divisive, like Trump, Elon Musk, and kept some that are questionable. Dave Chappelle was on their list, but they didn't know. Is that too hot to handle? But they picked this guy. Oh, he's from Ohio. Yeah, he lives very close to Columbus.
Yeah.
Lives very close to Dayton, actually.
Yeah.
Yellow Springs is what the town is called that he lives in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
But
to
yes,
cut you off.
Ted Carter.
It's just confusing to me that this guy, he doesn't seem smart.
Yeah, they had
he doesn't seem like all that well read or.
They had Tim Cook a couple years ago.
Yeah,
like this guy.
But the president is like, okay, cool recommendations that you've pared it down to.
Right.
I got a guy.
Back pocket.
We have the same hairdresser.
Again, next cut labeled, this is incredible. Let's just hear what it is.
Feel free to close your eyes if it helps you drop in.
No.
It's going to take about a minute, but I'd love to help you find a word to guide you through the next chapter of this journey. Totally optional. If you want to close your eyes, you'll be able to go a little deeper.
This is
But
church.
you're also welcome to keep your eyes open.
It's 100% youth group.
So let's go back to our box breathing. Inhale.
4, 4, 4,
2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold.
Every head bow, every exhale.
Did I oversell this? Because I was telling you guys yesterday, it's the greatest thing I've ever found.
Now, I'd love to invite you to bring to mind someone you really admire. What is the quality that you admire about this person?
Like you raised the bar last week. You had this William Pace video, and I'm like, I got to beat that.
That they're open-minded, that they're a good listener, that they're persistent.
Get on your feet, people.
Now, I'd love to ask you, what is a quality or virtue you want more of in your life?
Oh, my God.
Think about it, Jake. You're not giving this guy a
What
chance.
do you want to remind yourself when you wake up tomorrow morning and you look down on your wrist?
Go to my website.
I want it to be open with blood.
You be your best self.
Looking for my knife.
Yeah.
It's an anchor for your truth.
Your
It's a
truth.
North Star for your dreams.
The North Star.
Yeah.
Great. How many of these can we get?
Okay. Okay.
My dad has a coffee can full of those in the garage.
We're heading home here. Hold on.
Take a deep breath in and let it go. Now, as an apology for talking about Bitcoin, I'm going to gift everybody.
Like he read the room.
He's like, all right.
He
yeah.
sees.
That was like
Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned Bitcoin. I
slight
got the
misstep
booze.
on
I
my
got some
part.
jeers.
Yeah.
Now, as an apology for talking about Bitcoin, I'm going to gift everybody in the stadium your own custom My Intent bracelet.
I don't want your
I want Bitcoin.
bracelet.
Wait,
Yeah.
here's his
Give me a
real.
Bitcoin.
So he's like, yes, I'm going to give you a My Intent bracelet.
Great.
But listen,
There's going to be an email coming to you with details, and so hopefully this will take you through the next chapter.
so you have to put
You have
in
to
your
register.
You have to put in your data. He's
And your credit card info.
He's mining your data.
yes, he's getting. That's what this is all about.
100%. Yeah.
He's like, you know how many names and addresses I can get
That's
here?
100% what it is.
That's what a social entrepreneur means.
Look at this About Me section. My mission is to help 1 billion people find emotional, spiritual, and financial freedom. We will heal, learn, and build a new earth together.
Should have capitalized Earth, I think, right? I mean, unless you mean New Earth, like
New Earth.
as a, like Earth as a noun rather than a proper noun.
Is this redundant? Using evidence-based, proven approaches,
Very.
such
Such
as
as
singing and intention setting, we will put theory into practice to be the change we want to see. I hate this guy.
Yeah, no, I don't love it.
He's not done.
Oh.
What I have learned hosting gatherings with people from different cultures is that both
Is that
sides
him on the
are in deep
guitar?
pain and grief. Pain unhealed turns into hatred. Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
But healed people
Heal
people.
Yeah.
When we heal ourselves, we heal the world. World peace starts with inner peace.
There you go.
Dude, I just graduated from a state school.
Yeah, I just
I'm just trying to go like rip a
go party tonight, man. And,
keg stand or something.
all right, couple final thoughts to send you into the world.
Last thing is when you use your voice,
Already
are
out.
you causing more divisiveness? Are you part of the healing? Can we all be the flower in the gun? The word on my bracelet is the ampersand.
The symbol?
Yes, and. He's a yes and guy.
Yes, and that's right. I'm all about this guy, man.
Does he explain?
Yeah.
It's the ampersand. All right. Want to wrap it up?
Yeah, but I do have one thing I want to say though.
Go ahead.
Is it divisive?
No, it's not divisive, and we're gonna lift up our voices.
And I got one more cut to wrap it up. Yeah.
Okay, so I just the funniest thing to me about this is, like I like going to therapy. I like that we have like some level of discussion about mental health and stuff like that.
I would
like, it's all good,
interrupt
right?
you and just say you're wasting your money. You should just get up and sing.
I
But
should've
go
just get up
ahead.
and say, yeah,
Go ahead.
That's true.
You tried antidepressants. And
That's
they just
right.
don't
It
work.
just didn't work. Stuff like this makes it so much worse.
This diminishes
100%.
Because you feel lumped in.
Yes, I feel lumped in. Like I'm
because
like,
you're
all right,
speaking this guy's language.
but I don't want to.
Because you've heard some of these terms before.
You made
I've
your
heard
bed.
all these terms before, but that's the thing is I'm like, all right, I feel like it's good to talk to people. It's good to be open, especially as a male, etc. And then this guy gets up here and he's like, sing.
You're not being invited to speak at any speeches.
I know.
Or at any commencements, I should say.
They paid him an exposure, I think. That's what it
All right, we
What?
got to.
Oh, what's your word? What is a challenge you want to overcome? You got this. Breathe. Faith. Warrior. Blessed. Hakuna Matata.
Of course. All right, one final cut, and this is the pretty much ending the time on stage.
How long did he go?
Only about 16 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah. He's worked a lot into the 16 minutes.
That's what it's felt like. It's been an hour.
He's packed it in for sure.
I loved my experience as a chemistry TA. I truly did.
Teacher's assistant.
And so I would love the
That's what he.
That's like
the career.
you're not like a dean.
Right. That's the highest level he ever got to.
TA.
and so I would love the opportunity to perhaps be your.
Well, that's it for us today. We gotta
Why
go
are we
before
still
this
playing
becomes-
this?
Can we just delete that cut?
We don't want this to
And so
become
I would love the opportunity to perhaps be your life TA if you're interested.
Oh
My
my.
Yes.
contact information will be up there. I have a website, I have social. I would love to hear from you. I would love to be a part of the conversation. I've already been a part of so many conversations. And if you would join me for one last celebration, as we remember, the world is a dark place, but if if we all shine our light, the world will be bright.
What?
Oh, no.
And feel free to stand if you're called to.
Kindergarten graduate.
Yeah, look at all the regions in the back. He's gonna make him clap.
Last chorus. Everywhere I go as we go out to the world. Everywhere I go.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Yeah, I feel better already.
Everywhere I go.
This is kind of your whole life. You've lived this, right?
Yeah.
You lived all those therapy words. Okay.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Cosby wasn't available. Like,
Oh my God.
This is an old that had a decision to make. How do we reach these 20-year-old kids?
Ah.
And it's a guy that's out
that's
of
what they
touch and
landed on?
doesn't-
Yeah, they're not going to listen to
Yeah.
Kamala Harris.
They're not going to listen to a CEO. Let's get a
Right.
social media guy.
Not gonna listen to Bill Nye.
And of course, they're way off the mark.
Yeah. You might as well just have Logan and Jake do all of these, right?
Every year.
Don't you think?
your dude perfect guys are
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't put that out there.
That's going to happen.
Yes, they'll speak at UTD next year.
Dude Perfect will do the A&M commencement.
That's a great
That's a
call.
great call.
That's a really good
Boy,
call.
where's the odds on that? Man.
before Manziel makes the PGA here.
Right. He's got a few more years.
The death of horse racing.
Well, it's hard
That was
to go.
so good.
It's hard to go anywhere from that.
Can we listen to some Shane Gillis or something? Like, I need a palate cleanser.
Let's do a little of this real quick.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hey, everybody. It's time to answer some of today's viewer mail.
Dun, 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 dun.
Or just read it. I don't know. I got one from BL who says, please give DF and my son Jack Lieber. You know Brett Lieber? BL?
I do.
Good dude.
Yeah.
Happy graduation shout out. He graduates tomorrow. Now, he realizes you may be upset with this, Jake. This is not a birthday shout out. But number one, he is BL. And number two, he says he's graduating from Texas State.
Nice. Did
Which is,
BL draft?
I mean, who could do that?
yeah, they don't just hand those out. Did he draft
Julius Jones.
Julius Jones?
Number one overall. No,
Yeah.
somebody else did in our
Okay.
league. I'm in the
Landry Cup.
The Landry Cup, our fantasy football league. It's great because it's full of Cowboy fans who will certainly overrate
Take
and reach on any
Troy
Cowboy.
Hambrick.
Oh, man.
Zeke may be a second-round pick this year just because he scores a lot of touchdowns. That'll be the rationale.
I mean, he's the finisher.
Happy birthday to Ryan Pratt from Kate and Tyler, his wife and son. That's all she wrote. Didn't have any
That's pretty cool.
That's
bunch
great.
of bits.
Straight to the point. Yeah, I like that.
Pictures.
Okay, why don't you?
No pictures. James Crowley.
Also, could have been a throuple type situation.
With wife and son? I don't know about that. Although, stepson certainly in the mix.
Yeah.
If my documentaries that I've watched are any indication.
Did I ever tell you about? I think I suggested to you the book, the Everybody Lies.
Yes, I believe I bought it just on the list, on the shelf.
So it's weird. Like I think the guy like doesn't jack off because he's like 90% of the porno that I surveyed on the internet says stepsister or stepson. Like people are into what's the word for it?
Taboo?
No, yeah, but like what's the word?
I mean, I've never searched.
Incest. Arkansas stuff.
Yeah,
Incest.
but it's like nobody actually thinks that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like he viewed that and was like incest is a massive like taboo problem in America. And it's like, no, it's actually not.
How did he get 90%?
I think it was like a content analysis of like just running the titles.
Or his own search history.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know.
Just doing research.
Can I get a shout out for my Marty Turco birthday?
35?
I will get woken up in that special way. By that, I mean my wife has committed to getting the child ready and taking him to daycare so I can have a lazy morning.
Hell yeah.
My leaders are the occasional whistle from Dan when he says a word that begins or ends with the letter S. Could we get Drop Beth to be on the lookout? And his other leader is the lost episode the same week that Blake decides to go to the zoo on Business Wednesday.
Is there a correlation?
Who knows?
This is from AOL Chet.
Holmgren.
Dear Grand Poobah, please wish good dude Tucker Harding happy birthday. He is a day Peyton Manning subby.
Okay. Okay.
It is his Dorian Finney-Smith on the Nets' birthday.
I don't know the Nets.
I thought you were Mr. Basketball.
On the Nets, he was there for half a season.
Really? Where is he now?
I do think he has 1 year left, but I mean, they were
Okay.
He got hurt.
28.
There you go.
Nobody could possibly know that.
His leader is the bass drop after Jerry tells draftees they're a cowboy.
Dude.
Bum, bum, bum,
Then
bum.
we need to find a way to replay that.
And Blake's recording skills.
Mm-hmm.
He demands more High T Jake from his favorite recreational and comedy podcast, No Puppet, Jeremy Hardigree.
I got you.
And yeah, I have other stuff, but we have a lot to do today, so we will have to get to that human centipede email later.
Come on.
Sorry. We'll have to do that tomorrow.
But we had the video.
Can we do it? Can we do it never?
You have a human centipede video?
I won't watch it.
Do you want one?
You just said I have the video. Okay.
Give me a second.
Tommy, no. We're not going to do it today.
No.
Because we have sports. We have Sarah. Is Sarah here yet? Or
She said she just parked.
she just parked? All right. Let's do sports for a few minutes, and then we'll get to Sarah.
From the wonderful world of sports, Radio Sports Scoreboard.
Because we have Mavs. I know you want to ignore it, Jake, but you can't. You write for D Magazine.
I do.
And Eric Johnson wants us to talk sports.
Look, he admits it.
Yeah, he admits.
He loves sports.
He's one of the few.
I love sports. I do. I admit it. I love sports.
Man, I got to be honest. If you just go back to the first 4 or 5 possessions of Game 6 against the Clippers, Luka looked really, really busted.
So do you
and
not?
Then he just turned it on.
Yeah. So Luka had a bad game again,
Dude.
but actually a bad. What was just even the numbers at the end didn't look
No, you
Luka
couldn't
like.
even be oh, it's a bad game for Luka, but he's got 38 and
right.
38 and 6. No, I mean he had 19 points. He looked hobbled.
What about the allegation that SGA intentionally tripped him, but it wasn't called?
Dort.
Oh, was it Dort?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. On a 3-point shot, and then did the old kick your foot out, which
Yeah.
I thought we've outlawed, or at least we've outlawed that as far as that being able to be a way to draw a foul.
I would not be surprised, given the way that the NBA works, if Luka has 20 foul shots tonight. Just because it just feels like it's almost like with the Cowboys, where if everybody starts talking about something, it feels like the league, their infrastructure, the institution starts to
They overcorrect.
overcorrect and respond to it. I would not be surprised by that at all. And it's already a thing with Gilgeous Alexander. He's already known as a guy. He's like new Harden.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
That
You told me before the series.
It's
I'm gonna
so
hate the guy.
annoying, dude.
that second quarter was unbearable for me.
It's so annoying.
Wait, what did he have? 15 free throws at half?
I think so, yeah.
And Kyrie said it after the game. It seems like they called it like a regular season game.
10 at half, I want to say. But
10?
in any case,
Okay.
in any case, yeah, yeah.
My observations on the game was, first of all, that OKC fan base, it's weird.
I thought of you because before the game they did blue columns, right? Blue, white, all the way around. And until a couple days ago, I thought that was really cool. But now I just think it's lame.
Why? I actually think they know how to do a coordinated bit.
I haven't previewed this, but we can play it if you want.
Like Mavs fans do not know.
No.
Like Jake even said, Jake went. You guys went to the game and didn't put on the Mavs.
I'm part of the problem.
Yeah,
100%.
but
because you dress for. You don't do it, but people are there to dress to see and be seen. And well, I can't just wear this crappy T-shirt.
It just seemed like the equivalent of like you have a family vacation T-shirt that everyone's wearing.
Yeah.
That's
right.
lame.
That's their whole fan base.
It's
and
very
that's- yes,
it's
both
very
are lame
bachelorette
now.
party.
Yeah.
And do you note that they don't get up during the game?
No.
They don't move.
No.
There's not like people walking in and out. They're set.
When you see,
it's amazing.
When you see the so I think it was Game 6. Start of the second half, Mavs Arena's half full. Like people are up, getting their whiskey, getting their drink, whatever.
Right.
People are in their
The game will
seats.
still be going on.
Yeah, but in Oklahoma City, people are in their seat at the start of the second half. Here, like I said, I haven't previewed this, so maybe this is a little bit dicey, but a good listener sent this to me.
What is it?
Pre-game.
Presence, peace, and protection. We thank you for a day of family fun and great competition. We pray for all those affected by the recent storms in our state. We pray this and many blessings in your precious name. Amen.
Oh man.
Tornadoes.
So yes, they have a pregame prayer,
Yeah.
and the place gets deadly silent.
That was really silent for 20,000 people.
Yeah.
The place is deadly silent, and in fact,
Playoff
they don't seem to play the rock and or the music, the rap and stuff as much as other.
It's
arenas.
not as much.
Like watch that tonight.
It's not as much. It's some, but it's not as much. You're right.
Does SGA have no tattoos?
I don't think so.
So that kind of fits.
What?
Just the whole Oklahoma
City
vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to play there and you're the guy without tattoos.
I didn't know if you were trying to say he's Canadian or what, because he is Canadian.
I don't know. He's an NBA player, and NBA players nowadays, it's a very big oddity. Aren't there a handful? Is it like 10 or something that don't have tattoos?
No tattoos.
I just remember Dirk was one of the very few.
Yeah.
Even at the time of his retirement. And I always thought that
Kobe?
Just kind of cool. Did Kobe ever have a
After rape, he got tattoos.
PR, post rape,
Remember, he
or
got the,
AR?
he got the crown.
No one says after rape.
After he raped the girl in Denver, he got tattoos.
Jesus, Pete.
Yeah.
That's part of his community service or something.
Yeah, Luka was bad.
No, I
hit
mean
his first three and then just missed. Did he miss everyone after that? I know he missed at least everyone the rest of the half.
Yeah, and that's a weird thing.
What?
Just the shooting splits are so bad. I mean, this is by far the best year that he's had from deep. I mean, he's hitting it like 38, 39%. Arguably, he was the best shooter in the league this year outside of Steph Curry. Like if you combine volume with efficiency, and for that to just go.
Over the whole postseason, he's 17 for 74.
That is just god awful. And it's been a mix, you know. It's been spot ups, it's been step backs, it's been catch and shoots, and nothing is falling.
And it wasn't just the shooting for me. It was just he just started deferring to Kyrie. I mean, players would look at him to pass him the ball, and he would just wave him away. And so he wasn't right. And
that was with 4 days.
Yeah.
4 days rest?
Yeah.
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 Now you got 2.
I mean, this is kind of the night, like you said. Not only might he go to the free throw line a lot, but you know, it's the Luka MO is now he will rise up and just have a monster game,
like in Game 6,
and also the day after, or is it the day? Is today when they announced the MVP?
Today,
and he got third.
Yeah,
I thought for sure he's going to get a second.
But so did I.
Distant third.
Yeah.
Pretty far off. Yeah.
I think I can't cash in on that bet anymore.
No,
it's okay.
But it was great value.
We're all calling for you.
You had him to show.
So what do we have? Iron Eagle,
Grant Hill,
and Grant Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And Iron Eagle, I know he's the golden boy, and everybody loves Iron Eagle, and he's got a sick reference right here.
Doncic. Door hits the deck. Williams glides in. High flyer.
74-67. It's like we're at the Arsenio Hall show.
Oh, take it back.
You can hear the
dog pound.
Woof, woof, woof.
What a dork.
Do you have any idea what that means?
Do they bark at the
30-year-old Blake?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. You do.
Of course.
Arsenio Hall?
I was a big fan of that show. That made me feel cool as a kid. My mom used to let me stay up and watch it.
Yeah, you had a hallway at Texas State named after it.
Do you recall that, Dan?
Remind me.
God, this looks so bad.
So in your rental house or something? Or your
Look how bad that is.
Yeah, why do you want to show us that?
My
Making
house.
me horny.
Come over there and crease that crease. No, my house in
Step Brother shows gash
in San Marcos. There was like a hallway that connected like one part of the house to the other, and we hung up a picture of Arsenio Hall and we called it Arsenio Hall.
I love it. I also love Grease That Crease. Never heard that before.
Why did you write that down?
I did.
Yeah, why?
I'm going to
use it later.
Incorporate it into my game.
For sure.
When I write something, it helps me remember it.
Sure.
Tension.
Okay, Grant Hill. He's got puns. Lou Dort.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about him? He's very good at
defense.
Defense. He's real big on defense. So here's Grant Hill. Thought of this the night before, perhaps?
I'll tell you, Ian, this defense is swarming. Look at the torture chamber right here.
No
Yes.
good, Grant. No good.
Okay, did he and Ian fist bump at that moment?
Oh, my gosh. Ian's like,
dude.
Actually, it was probably a moment of jealousy. Like, I get like, oh, man, I wish I thought of that.
Grease to crease. Yeah, he went back to the TV truck, and they were like, bump, 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 bump.
Yeah.
They were loving that.
Excellent. And here, they're having lots of fun.
Looked like he might have maybe stubbed his toe a little bit, planted real quick, may have rolled his ankle. Always driving, just planted there, collided with the right foot of Derrick Jones Jr.
So the left ankle of Gilgeous-Alexander buckled a bit. Wallace at the free throw line. Shot it at 78% on the season.
He's moving fine. He's 25. You know, they recover quickly.
What's the age where you no longer recover quickly?
51.
You very much internalized that.
I just thought that was
Yeah.
It was the one big moment of yeah, that could be a drop.
51.
Yeah, okay.
Absurd.
Anyway, we do have a guest coming up. And we got another game coming up, right?
How do you feel about tonight?
Not good at all.
No.
Not good at all.
It just depends on Luka, man. If he feels like he did the other night, then no, the Mavs have no chance.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. It's as easy as that.
I feel like you could really use like a 38-point Kyrie game.
Well, that would really bolster your article prediction too, right?
Thank you.
You said it was this was Kyrie's series.
But I mean, I actually do believe that. Like,
sure.
I actually think like, okay, like Luka's hurt. It's not going to get better. They have a second superstar. What if he could just win them a series over the course of 9 days?
Do you think that's interesting that like his first half and second half splits are so?
Yeah, it's like we were talking about the other day. I don't know how to make sense of it.
They were talking to Jason Kidd, I think, in one of the quarter breaks, asking him about that, and it's like now it's a big storyline.
Yeah.
That hey, can you get him going in the second quarter maybe? Maybe what if we start that?
And you know what's funny about it is even the game that Luke again to go back to Game 6, they ran the first like 3 sets for Kyrie, and he didn't really even score. Didn't he have like 10 points in that game?
I don't recall that.
Not games. Maybe it was Game 5.
Again, I'm not.
But like it was the game where they ran like a few things for Kyrie like early on, and he didn't end up having like a super box score productive game. But it was clear that he was the reason that they won.
Yeah,
they need that.
And we could use a Hardaway night.
Been saying that since December.
Yeah.
All right.
The Dumb Zone.
There are times in life you wish you had a do-over. A chance to warp back in time to change your fate. Back to before you made the wrong choice. If you're in a wreck, make the smart choice right away. Frankel and Frankel. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frankel first.
Let's take a deep breath, get real high, and I scream at the top of my lungs.
You're listening to
One more time, a little louder. Wake up in the morning. I take a deep breath. Scream at the top of my lungs. All right, everybody, to the right. Hey, hey, hey. Left, hey, hey.
Oh, now the left.
Hey. Tap your arm. Other side.
All right, we're done with that.
Oh, wow. Abrupt.
Because joining us now in studio, along with James Crowley, who is here for rugby. Or what would you say? What are you here for?
I'm here for rugby. Dallas Athletic Rugby Club, 25th anniversary season, Hall of Fame banquet this weekend.
Now, did you want us to promote the banquet? Like people go to the banquet, or you just want people?
It's open to the public.
Are you just trying to raise awareness that
raise rugby awareness?
exists?
He's just here for big rugby.
For big rugby, I support big rugby, any rugby, but preferably our club, Dallas Athletic Rugby. We are currently and always recruiting players and supporters.
How do you think I'd hold up?
Really well, really well. There's a place for everyone in rugby. We're the most inclusive sport in the world.
That's what they tell the people who suck. There's a place for everyone.
Do you have flag rugby? Jake would want to play flag rugby.
There is flag rugby as well as touch rugby. Play a lot of touch.
Okay. You know who you're sitting next to right now, man?
To anywhere. I do. We were introduced.
Oh, it's introduce her to the people at home.
To the people at home, the great Sarah Hepola.
Yeah. Tepid applause.
Come on, everybody. One more time. Yeah, one more time.
Hey.
4 in, 4 out.
To the left.
I said, hey.
Hello, Sarah Hepola.
Hi. Was that Jake doing karaoke? That's what I thought it was.
Perhaps. You'll have to tune in to find out.
Oh, I would, except nobody gave me a subscription.
Yeah, well, it's youtube.com, and it's free. I subscribe to your effing podcast.
You keep saying that like it was a trade we did.
It's
you don't appear on my podcast.
What do you mean? I what?
You don't appear on my podcast.
No.
I appear on your podcast.
Right.
Have you been asked, Dan?
No.
That's a good point.
She doesn't want subs. They're not.
Oh, I do.
They're not looking for subscriptions.
Believe me.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a sub driver. In fact, the last radio station I was on doesn't exist anymore. I was on the Freak in Dallas last Thursday, and on Friday
yeah.
I was on. Right, I did actually hear. Sometimes I listen to you guys when you make it free.
I was on Thursday, and you were on Friday, and then they never did another show.
Mm-hmm. They died.
Yeah, you wiped out that one.
Yep.
All right. Well,
I killed Quick. Did I ever tell you that?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I did a weekly column with my friend T.C. Fleming, and about 6 months in, they folded.
That's great.
Yeah.
So what was that? Dallas Morning News?
Yeah. I
or
think
was it like an Observer?
No, I think it was a DMN product, right?
It was.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It was. It was their. It's pre-internet, really. The internet is what killed Quick. You know that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
like,
it was essentially their attempt to compete with
alt weeklies,
who had the tabloids that you would get for free when you were standing in line, and then suddenly everybody had a phone in their hand instead and didn't want anything to do with this trash that was. It's like I think it's bizarre to the younger generation that we used to pick up these free tabloids and read them in line, but you didn't have anything to do.
You know what's interesting about that is we had Michael Mooney in here the other day.
Oh my God, he's the best.
He is the best, and something that we didn't really follow up that much on with Blake was super confused about the concept of classifieds.
Wow.
Is that right?
It's wild.
Like we went down the path of, talking about Hold Fast and getting into the back page stuff. But Blake was like, what is that?
Like if you need a
boat?
where's a garage sale
Yeah.
going on this weekend? Yeah.
Right.
Go to the classifieds.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense now that I work backwards. Because in sitcoms, I don't know if you need an apartment, you'd open the newspaper, but I just never really made that connection.
Like where in the newspaper would you find this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who needs 10 chickens?
That kind of stuff.
Go there.
Had no idea.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those videos on YouTube or TikTok where it's teens sitting around a rotary dial phone trying to figure out how to use it?
I have not.
They're amazing. They have no idea how they work.
Okay, that sounds funny.
VHS. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, my kids were always fascinated.
Speaking of.
What do we got?
I was hoping she brought it
Sarah
today.
brought gifts.
I brought gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Ew, look at that thing.
That
is great.
Now, again, I'm going to get up your ass here, Sarah. You can't call that a gift when Jake paid you for it.
That's not the only gift. There's 3 other things in there. Jesus Christ.
Well.
Guys
Then
have a
I
lot of
will.
attention.
I will
So this
back
is
out of the ass.
This is
which I had gotten up
Jeez, oh,
into.
Pete. This is a Doritos themed football landline phone.
A football phone.
A football phone.
Obviously.
It is a football
Boy,
phone, Eli.
could you get that hooked up?
I'm going to try.
They have a hard line in here somewhere.
All right. So
All
the
right.
rest of it is for you, though, Dan.
Oh, it is?
Well, it's for
And
both
I just
of
yelled
you.
at Sarah?
It's for both of you. I bought you gifts. Now, one of them was paid for, but the other ones are from my heart.
Oh, okay.
And so okay, because I know that you're huge Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders fans. I've gotten you a collectible trading card.
Trading card?
That is from 1981-ish. It's it's Stephanie Schultz.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She's a big deal. She was famous.
Really?
Yeah, she wrote, the Schultz sisters all wrote a tell-all book called Deep in the Heart of Texas that talked about all the cocaine and crazy crap that was going on the cheerleader squad. So they kind of got exiled ultimately.
Just for cocaine?
Well, they weren't doing cocaine necessarily. They were telling stories. But they were debutantes from
I don't
the
do
Lubbock
cocaine
area.
necessarily either.
Yeah. Let's just put that up here.
Smells great.
Yeah.
The big shelf.
Yeah, so that's a collectible.
And then this is a
Oh, a hot rod magazine, because obviously you have to have a hot rod magazine.
March 1969.
Yeah.
50 cents hot rod.
Phenomenal.
Yes, I do like these old magazines. That's
that
a
your-
good bit. And
Was that the month and year you were born?
I believe so.
Okay.
I wasn't born in 69, Blake.
Oh.
Conceived.
I was born to 69. That's right.
Through 69.
Now what do we got here? This says Neiman Marcus on it.
Yeah, I'm classy. That's just cookies.
Oh. Can we eat
Fantastic.
these, or will we be hallucinating by the end of the show?
No, you can eat them.
Okay.
And you'll be hallucinating. No,
I was going to say, those don't feel like exclusionary options.
Can alcoholics eat pot cookies?
That's a really interesting, controversial topic. AA. First of all, yes, obviously.
Because I feel like pot would help you chill the F out. You are high wire act. You're always ready to
Me?
go. Yeah, you're just like.
You're trying to get me on pot. That's what this is about.
Yeah.
On pot.
You're here.
On. I don't say.
That's why we
I'm
got
not
you in
good with it. I
studio
don't know how to
today.
say. What do you say?
On dope.
Use weed. I don't know.
You understand how those don't feel like substantively different to me. On pot, use weed, on dope.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like the AA thing is nothing.
I just think I'm here for big pot. You're here for big rugby.
Rugby, yeah.
I'm here for big pot, just to try and say there's some good things about it.
Mhm.
Look into it.
Have
you looked into it?
I'm going to
Certainly
be
you
talking to you now.
Okay. I'm here.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Doing quite well. Yeah, the AA path is nothing. Like, I don't even think they want you to drink coffee.
No, they don't care about that. But here's the thing about AA, and it's very similar to religion in this way. It's based on a book that was written by a man who is dead.
Do you know who owns the original manuscript of that?
I do, because you've told me many times.
Jim Irsay, who owns the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
He paid
Because he's an alcoholic.
He paid like $9 million.
He's a dirty drunk, and he.
Wow.
wanted
He's more than that.
That's his Bible. Right?
Yeah.
There's a there's a book that I often get for like when I go do talks and they want to be like, oh, hey, we got you this gift. And there's this book that is the original manuscript reproduced with all the scribbles in it. And it's, oversized.
The margins.
I have like 3 copies of that if you ever want one.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just saying it might be helpful to both of you.
We don't need to quit I can quit anytime I want. I absolutely can. You can't get addicted to that.
No, the truth is, guys, I don't like pot. It doesn't suit me. Doesn't suit me. It makes me very paranoid and kind of sunk into myself.
Yeah.
So.
Dance.
Okay. Hey, fine. Everybody can do their own bit. I actually do not care. But what I do care about is the great Sarah Hepola. And I have been wondering, Sarah Hepola, world famous author, New York Times best-selling author, Dallas Morning News employee now, right?
Yeah, it's true.
I have been wondering, what if you married Michael Cera? What would your name be?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Yeah. Has anyone ever asked you that before?
No, but I've thought about it.
Have you really?
Literally.
Like, would you stay with Hepola?
Yeah, professionally.
You couldn't.
Professionally.
You'd have to change your last name.
But I would love to go by Sarah on the documents.
Now, let me add, okay, you're here today because we wanted to, first of all, invite you to our new studio, our possible home away from home.
Look, guys,
you refuse to travel out to the Dragon Den.
This is way too legitimate for the two of you.
That's why we got Video Man over there. He's the guy that did all this.
Yeah.
Or else we'd be sitting above my garage.
Correct.
That's our capabilities with a phone videoing us. We actually had that.
Possibly a Doritos.
That's right.
Football phone.
I just think that you look really high powered with that, and I
feel it.
Like when you guys do like audio stuff, like if listeners call in or whatever, even if it doesn't work, I want you to be on the Doritos.
So you're holding that.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
You're saying you're going to do it.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I got these at Dolly Python. I was at Dolly Python on Saturday, and I was looking for a little something for you guys. That's when I got the Hot Rod magazine. But I saw this thing, and I texted you and said, gosh, if I were more generous, I'd buy you this Doritos-themed football phone. And Jake just popped in on a Saturday. Holy shit.
Yeah.
How much does it? How much is it? So it's yours
cheap
now. Yeah, it was totally affordable.
It's $35.
Totally affordable. What is Dolly
Python?
Yeah.
It's like a thrifty type place
in Dallas.
Kick-ass vintage store on like Haskell over in East Dallas.
Okay. But you wrote something for Texas Monthly.
I wrote the cover story for Texas Monthly.
And I'm very confused.
Right. Sure.
Because you write for the Dallas Morning News.
I know.
Now that feels like competition. Like you write somewhere, but then you write somewhere else, and both people can pay you.
They're going to sue me?
Well, in my experience, that can happen. But apparently you had that carved out.
I had that. I got grandfathered in.
And you were allowed to do that. So let's talk about what your new bit is, or your big article.
Well, it's a big. Were you guys familiar with the show Cheer?
I was, yeah. My experience with it was my wife watched it. I think George Dunham, actually talked about it on the morning show a little bit.
That sounds right.
And then Jerry got in trouble.
Jerry got in trouble?
Isn't that the name of the kid?
Oh, Jerry Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, when you said that, I thought you
Jerry
meant Jerry
Jones.
Jones.
No.
And I was like, what did
that
he
is typically
do?
what we talk to her about.
What's the Jerry Jones crossover?
But it sort of bubbled back up whenever he got in trouble.
There was a fan favorite. Dan, have you ever heard of this show?
Yes, I know it was a huge Netflix thing, and just never. It was on my list, and I never did.
Fair enough. I mean, it's just so people who are listening that don't know, I can tell you that it's a docuseries. So it's based on the real life Corsicana cheer team at Navarro Junior College, and they are, total beasts in the cheer division. Now, when a lot of people think cheer, they think about rah-rah, maybe the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, or they think high school cheerleaders, but this is Cirque du Soleil kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's really intense. I don't know if either of you have ever gotten a chance to see
they used to run it on ESPN2.
Oh, okay.
Like they would,
the
and you're
Daytona
like,
competitions.
It just basically looks like gymnastics.
But it
like
looks
it's incredibly intense team.
But it's team
tumbling.
gymnastics, and it's also done vertically as opposed to horizontally on a mat.
That's true.
You know, so it's and it has really sort of like incredibly like gravity defying formations. So it's pretty dazzling to watch. I have to say I didn't care about it at all when I watched cheer. But then I got really sucked in. And not only is the sport itself dazzling, but the human stories. The Greg Whiteley is the name of the guy. He also did Last Chance U. Do y'all know that show?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. So he's a great filmmaker, and he did this, and you get those personal stories of hard luck dramas, right? So all the kids that have come up in poverty or parents died or whatever. There was this one fan favorite named Jerry Harris. Everybody loved him. I mean, he's just adorable. They were on Ellen DeGeneres, and Ellen was like, Ellen hired him to work the red carpet at the Oscars. So he's like talking to Brad Pitt and stuff. And then it comes out that there's an FBI probe into him because he had a correspondence with 13-year-old boys that was inappropriate. He was 19 at the time. And he, to make a long story short, he goes from fan favorite to basically like internet's whipping boy and big time villain really fast. And then he's serving 12 years in federal prison, which is not even
This
something.
is Jerry?
This is
Yeah.
Jerry.
Okay.
And I didn't even have time to like get into this story. But I think there's like, by the way, this is something that got cut out of the final. The 13-year-old that filed suit against him is now 19. And was recently put on the ineligible list because he was having an inappropriate correspondent with a kid underage.
It's the hurt people, Dan.
Yeah, that's a tale as old as time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the big scandal that people know about cheer, but there have been many, many other scandals that have trailed the team for all these years. I think it came out in, 2020? 2020? Is that when the pandemic hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. End of 2019, and the scandals have just been like popping up again and again and again. Excuse me. And, I started to do a story about the coach, Monica Aldama, a year and a half ago. And the idea was like to do a story after the scandal. Like, okay, the show's done. Scandals are over. Let's just sit down. Who are you? What did you learn? But the scandals kept going, and she got hit by a really big civil suit from a former student that was alleging basically like a culture of cover-up, of sexual assault cover-up at the junior college. And then, also it entailed this one incident that had happened back in 2021. So when that happened, Monica just basically took a big public tumble, and she was also banned temporarily from her sport by the governing body, USA Cheer. And why this whole thing is interesting to me, I mean, you guys have been covering sports during the Me Too era. Me Too and sports have gone really hand in hand in many ways. I know you haven't done a ton of those stories, but I know you've talked about Baylor. I know you've talked about, who else? Sandusky.
I mean, Jerry, for one.
Well, Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, Jerry never got Me Too'd, but...
yeah, I mean... I feel like
got something going on
in
right
that
now,
same
isn't there?
milieu, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. He's got...
Where Tyron Smith
he's got...
testified for him, but he was grabbing some bud or something.
That's right. That's right.
A couple of fun babies.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But, there have been...
The Mavs, maybe?
Well, the Mavs... Yeah, that's why St. Marshall is there.
Yeah.
Right? Because they push
No,
out...
it's because she is the most qualified
Okay.
executive that they actually didn't have a job at the time and had never heard of Mark Cuban.
She actually said that.
What was the guy's name? Tessa
DJ?
Tessa Erdway or something like that?
Terdima Ussery. Yeah.
Oh, Terdima Ussery. What a name.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
pretty
a
solid.
power name.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
So anyway, he gets pushed out. She gets... Yeah, Mavs had a whole thing. And then... and remember the cheerleaders, the Mavs cheerleaders started to cover up.
Yes. And we solved it.
We solved it.
We solved
no more sexual assault.
Sexism, yeah.
And racism and sexual assault.
That's right.
You guys did it. But what was interesting...
Chalk another one up for the white guys.
You're welcome.
Well, what was interesting to me was that I had been watching several of these stories over the years and been concerned about what I would call to be a little bit like wonky, like, an abdication of due process, or, they're just, people were rushing to judgment. And it was in many ways, I thought, like, morally catastrophic for the culture, that we were in this, there was a wildfire situation. And in this case in particular, I happened to be working on this story with Monica. I thought she was going to call off the story. I mean, look, if if somebody were profiling me and even a baseless allegation was thrown against me, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to talk to the journalist anymore. I think I'm done. But she called me and she said, I'm meeting with my legal counsel. Do you want to come? And I was like, yes. Because you never get that kind of access. And so anyway, this story details her fight through that to kind of make it through the public shaming of it, which was quite intense, the professional ramifications, which were also intense. And by the way, she got dropped from the lawsuit pretty quickly after it hit. I think this is something that lawyers often do. They put names on the lawsuit to kind of get the media attention, and they know they're going to get knocked off.
Yeah.
And of course, so one of the things that this story is following is media malpractice, which is essentially an entire media that is organized around the idea of the hit piece, and it bleeds, it leads, and the worst news. And then once it gets corrected, it's like, oh, we've moved on. Mm-hmm. So once she gets, dropped from the lawsuit, which happens like within weeks of it hitting, like there's no follow-ups in Us Weekly and People Magazine. I think TMZ of all places did that, had a follow-up on that.
But even if they do, it's usually not the front page.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Place,
And also people aren't paying attention to it. It's like they really just want that first blast of outrage, that blast of we are really in a moment where we love tearing people down. And it's a little bit weird because it's like they loved building her up. Like watching her, she was on Dancing with the Stars. She had her own memoir. It was like, oh, we love her. Reese Witherspoon was tweeting about her. Oh, I just love. And then all of a sudden there's, at some point there's some critical juncture where it turns, and then it's just tear down. We hate her. She's evil, and you could go even on the fan page on Reddit, which is 16,000 people that came there because they love the show, like unanimously dogging her. Based on what? I mean, and so
third-hand information at best.
It was always, and it's always people coming in and lawyer here. I think that this blah, 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 or I heard that so and so when they so, and then you have a couple of different confounding details. Like there's a couple of former cheerleaders that were kind of wilding out on Instagram and Instagram Live, and Ladarius Marshall is his name, and he's extremely charismatic, but unstable. And it's known. It's like part of the story that he's unstable. I mean, he told people on TikTok he was going to kill himself once. That's the kind of thing we're dealing with. But he would go on the socials and be like, y'all don't know what's going on back there. They physically and emotionally abused me. And, so he's making allegations. So all of this builds up into basically like a massive public shaming. And the story walks you through that time and kind of unwinds those allegations, gives you insight into what happened, which ones of them had merit and which ones of them were baseless. The civil suit, ultimately, everybody's been dropped. Well, by the way, the guy involved, she accused a guy that had come over from Italy like a month before. She accused him of sexual assault. He says that it's consensual. Now, we all know these are he said, she said, but by the way, there were two people in the room. So this is a very unusual situation. Two other people in the room because it was a college dorm. And so they had witnesses, which is you almost never have. And the witnesses were like, no, you never screamed. Like the civil filing says she screamed, and there was it's like we were in there. But anyway, he just sued for defamation. He sued her, and he sued USA Cheer, which is a governing body. And there might be more. There might be more lawsuits to come. So this story is about viral fame and its backlash. And it's, also about a culture that has gotten really horny for destroying people and their reputations.
When you say that, I always wonder about that because we always say, hey, we live in a moment now that's doing this or this, or sometimes, though, it's like, hey, that's always been going on, but we can now just see it more.
Sure.
Now that we're so, we all have phones and cameras and whatever. Like, do you feel like, has this always been a thing?
Yeah.
But it's just more prevalent because of social media? Or,
I think we always did it with celebrities. I think what's changed is that the notion of celebrity has expanded so dramatically.
There you go.
Everybody can be a celebrity.
Yeah.
And so, if you're getting paid tons of money and you live in Beverly Hills, build a high hedge and don't read the tabloids.
But now,
Monica didn't get paid for this, by the way. Like, she didn't get paid for that show. Like, think about
I was going to ask that.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of like our banker, right?
Oh, who did a documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's all that financially profitable for you.
Yeah, I guess the exposure and the fact that you get semi-famous and then maybe you can
and
springboard that into something.
Perhaps you get the validation of, like, I got to tell my story.
Yeah.
Well, in the
Maybe
case
that's
of
part of it.
in the case of Cheer, they had been quite minimized, and nobody really knew what they were doing. I guess they were on ESPN too. Varsity. This is also a story about Varsity Brands, which was originated in Dallas. Their basic monopoly over the industry. So normally, if you watch Cheer, you have to pay for a streaming app and watch it that way. Even though it's a multi-million-dollar industry, it's actually quite dazzling. As girl dads, I know you don't like those terms, but as girl dads, I think this is the kind of thing that, like, this is the kind of sports that women really, really love. Women love watching this. And in fact, I think guys like watching it too, but they're not exposed to it. So Monica's idea was that this could be an education for people in just that they're legitimate. Like because if you want to denigrate an athlete, call them a cheerleader, right? But if you see them, and these are tiny girls, you don't see them other places in sports. Most girls, like in the WNBA or in rowing or volleyball or whatever, they're like big women. These are tiny teacup, 5 foot, like, dynamos. And the things that they do, and their bodies are ripped. I mean, I went to a practice once, and it was just like those girls, their core is like chiseled marble,
When you say that she felt good about letting you continue to follow her.
I don't know if she felt good about it. But
well, she let you.
She let me.
And probably because she felt good about the fact that, hey, a lot of this is bullsh that they're throwing at me.
I think she was very, very eager. I mean, she was just transparent. She wanted to be heard. But she never got a hearing at USA Cheer before they banned her.
Right. It's just they knew the wind was blowing this way.
Yeah.
But you said some accusations did have merit. Like, what did you find that?
Well, I mean, for instance, the Jerry Harris situation is actually did happen,
But it wasn't her doing.
No.
It's just you sometimes happen to have a guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there was a fair bit of drinking and pot smoking on the team. That's something that is alleged in the civil filing. But it's a college, you guys.
Yeah.
A mountain of you remember going to college. And Monica is so strict.
Yes, college.
She
is when we would do that stuff.
She can't. Good. It's good. She kicks them off the team if they have any alcohol whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is too. I told her once, I was like, that is way too strict. And she was like, well, I'm sorry, they're leaders at the school. Like can you imagine if football teams were this strict? Can you imagine? And they should be. You know why? Because Monica's exactly right. You are leaders. You're elite athletes. You should not be drinking. But the opposite is true in men's sports for the most part, from my understanding.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, so pick up Texas Monthly is what you're saying?
If you want to.
Oh, okay, if you want to.
You're almost as bad as he is.
It's $10.
I'm trying to help you promote.
It's $10.
Oh, okay, so you think that's too much?
I would go to the online. I would go to it online personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good God.
I don't get kickback.
This is the honesty that you get with Sarah
I'm a straight
Hepola.
shooter.
That's right.
Yeah, it's and it's. I think it's called What Cheer Led To. how viral fame, I don't know. Just
upended Monica
Aldama's life.
There you go.
I think.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think just off the top of my head, that's what I was going to
Thank
say as well. As we are looking at it on the
I feel
screen.
like there wasn't enough about rugby in that.
He was here before you.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good, thank God.
Yeah,
I really felt like I ate up that segment.
He's here to pimp rugby.
I don't think I would be good at it.
You don't think you would be good at rugby?
I think I'm too little.
No, you'd be great.
Oh, well then, great. Let's go.
Well, you said cheerleaders are little.
He
so
might have
now
just
you
called
can do that.
I'm
He might have just called you
top heavy.
big.
There are competitive women's sides as well.
You can't have large chest areas if you are a cheerleader, is what you're saying?
It would not be a good idea.
Didn't keep me out of it.
Tends to not be the case.
It's that's a really interesting thing about the difference between the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and sort of gymnastic cheerleaders. So Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are unique in that they want you to have like a really athletic frame but big boobs, that's why they get such a hard time for being sort of Barbie, because it's very difficult to have both of those.
Yeah,
But
I'm always giving them a hard time.
I know. Girl dad.
You guys aren't really cheerleaders, yeah.
Yeah. But you're always like, get off the field, get back to my game. Isn't that what you say?
That's what
I
he
am
says all the
actually.
time,
I have long been opposed to over-sexualization of just because I am there to watch a game.
It's
now,
confusing. It's like
there are times when I am there for ladies. You know, like let's say your porn site that you used to be able to get in Texas.
Son of
correct?
Can you still not get it?
Not
Guys?
sure. Haven't been there lately, but maybe Jake is indicating you still can't get it.
Yeah, my wife was out of town this week. So.
That is ridiculous.
You should have picked him up an old Playboy at the.
I was reminded.
Oh, I almost got you guys an old Playboy.
Yeah, you could always use one of those. You need
All
a
right,
community.
next time.
The
Next
community hustler we used to keep in our shared
The
bathroom
woods.
at the.
Hustler's gross. Old-fashioned Playboys are beautiful.
Yes,
That's
Hustler
beautiful.
gross.
Disgusting.
Yes.
I have. I do have one. I have the Enron Playboy.
Ah, the
That's
ladies
a
of Enron.
classic.
Ladies of Enron. Yeah, it is.
Sure.
You know what
You need the
one of the
girls of the
biggest sellers
SEC.
of all time? Oh, I was gonna say is the girls of the
Hooters.
No, it was
That's a good one.
it was college. What's it called? NCAA.
That's correct. Yes.
Sure.
Big
And
Ten. It was the Big Ten. The Big
Okay.
Ten issue. Girls of the Big Ten. Girls of the Big Ten. 77, I think.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
It's gonna be great.
But I've been
Big
against it
Ten.
because
Big Ten.
here's my thing, Sarah.
That sounds terrible.
So here I am watching
you
football.
are so
70s.
wrong about things sometimes.
The Big Ten, Dan.
Grooming issues.
It seems
Yeah,
like you would
I
want to
feel like
pick somewhere
there's-
different than Iowa. Like I
feel
might go Pac-10.
Right.
I feel, First of all,
I
the
might
point-
go literally anywhere else.
Yeah.
First of all,
Taylor.
this is all pre-plastic surgery. So I want you
Okay.
to think about the fact that these girls are corn-fed.
Corn-fed, yes.
Right.
Okay? So I want you to think
Childbearing
that.
Which I
hips.
am 100% not against.
Yes. So just remember,
Okay.
we are pre-implant. So this is special.
Okay.
And then I want you to think about how much you could learn from a woman's real body.
That's really strangely deep.
Yeah. So
I'm ready to learn. Like, where do I sign up?
I'm a big fan of sports,
I know.
Yeah.
and I'm a big fan of sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
oh,
me for
I know.
5
You
minutes,
don't
you're like that.
them. I know.
But
you
here's
don't
the
like
thing, yes, if I'm watching a game, for some reason, the powers that be think, oh my gosh, he's not happy with just that sports.
Yeah.
He likes it.
Yeah.
This is why sex is better than sports. But I got to add a little sex. I'm going to sprinkle that in there. Now, if I'm watching let's say an adult film, and then all of a sudden you see
a news
highlight.
an Emmitt Smith 88-yard touchdown run, like in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like
You don't like
it's-
that.
Yeah.
Unless it's timed
This-
just right.
Yeah, you time that out, and you're like, oh, yes, oh, yes.
This makes sense to me. It makes a lot of sense to me. But but Dan, think about it this way: the cheerleaders were there no matter what. So originally they were there in like pleated skirts and button downs, and all of a sudden the girls that are in this outfit that is just like not interesting to you are suddenly like wearing these, really revealing costumes. Like that would be
Are
interesting.
you just trying to convince me that I want to like cheerleading?
No,
That I
I'm
should
telling
really be into
you.
it?
No, I'm telling you that if you were there in the 70s, you might think differently about it. I'm telling you that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
And also because we live in such a sexualized culture now. I really do. It's obnoxious to me too. Like sometimes when I'm driving down the highway and there's like some, like Tiger Cabaret or whatever, like those billboards. I'm like, kids come along this.
As it were. Yeah, I think it's weird how many what do you call places where you buy dildos?
Oh, sex shop or
adult bookstore.
Adult book. I think it's weird how many.
Do they
What?
say?
No, I mean adult book. Yeah, I think it's weird how prevalent
Theaters.
those billboards are.
I know.
And and I think it's because I'm now getting to the age where sometimes I have to explain things to Nora.
Right. Like, what's that? What's XXX?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
There's
what does this sign mean? And I'm like,
There's one called Sarah's Secret.
Oh,
I've
Nice.
been.
Are you
Have you really?
I have.
What is it like? What's Sarah's Secret?
I mean, it's just a
Can't
place.
tell.
You can't. That's
you're not
exactly
allowed
right.
to
It's like
tell.
San Antonio. Victoria's Secret.
Where do you think you got the famous compound gag ball? Is that?
I have to give it.
I bought that online.
Oh,
I have to give it to the adult entertainment people because, like, you would think everyone would just want to get that online. Like, there's nobody that wants to go to a actual physical.
It's a weird experience.
And
but
they're huge. They're always huge.
They are quite large. Yeah. They have way too much square
toys?
footage.
They have way too much square footage.
Yeah.
People that work there too.
And like is condom sense still around?
It's time to switch gears now.
Jesus.
Because we have news and Today in History coming up, but we also have Bit, right?
Yeah, can I do a quick one?
Of course. Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Jones.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's just sit back and think about what Blake Jones brings to the
And
table.
we've got some videos, Video Man. We talked about somehow the Ohio State commencement came across your timeline. I got this car salesman from Louisiana who is making waves on Instagram.
Okay.
And the way that he tries to sell his cars are very humorous to me. And this just kind of reminded me of some of the stuff you've been playing from your group chat. This feels very in that vein. So I just wanted to play a couple of his videos and just kind of see what you guys think. So just fire number one up.
You do not need to add horsepower to your car so that way you can go faster down.
Shut up. Your mom's my girlfriend. Hey, this is horsepower. This is a 23 Scat Pack. Come holler.
Okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He'll
No.
watch TikTok videos and then somehow relate that to a car he's trying to sell. All right, let's fire number two.
To pick me up so we can go on a movie date, and I spent like an hour and a half getting ready.
Well, you look like shit. Anyway, we got this 23 Dodge Charger. Next time, JCPenney, $5.99 shirts. Get it.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty good bit. Apparently he's like a really, really good car salesman.
We need to steal some of these things to get people to subscribe.
Okay, number three, Video Man.
Feels so nice when you and I are working on the night shift.
Bro, Grinder is rocking these days. Working on the night. Anyway, hey, we got a 25 Ram 1500 SST. Come get it.
Where's this guy?
Louisiana.
Okay.
Not sure where, but he's just very Louisiana.
And when are we booking him?
I would love
exactly.
to.
Is he on the show?
We have two more. Go ahead.
Y'all know what the best thing you can do for your man after a long day of work is?
You, your sister, and a butt plug. Hey, we got a 2013 Camaro for $9,000. Come holler and bring your sister too.
Bring the shit.
This guy rules.
Jeez.
Last one.
I really don't know what's gotten into me recently.
Not nutrition. Hey, we got a
Fat girl.
24 Willys. Just came in. Come holla. Woo!
So yeah, I've been seeing videos of that guy.
All right.
I just wanted to
Grieve.
share.
That is a good bit.
Really funny.
What is the copyright situation with something like that?
Like if you put it out on Instagram, on your own Instagram, it's probably fair game, right?
Fair
Public.
use. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you can remix TikToks. I think that's the verbiage they use. But
Yeah.
he'll just. I mean, people do reaction videos all the time.
I know, right?
And so I think
There's
you
just no copyright for anything.
No, I mean, yeah, if you put it on TikTok or Instagram, I think it's free reign.
Do you want to play our other videos, which also it's kind of news, but it's this is pre-news. You're familiar with the other videos?
I am. Yeah.
The guys from Washed Media?
Let's just do news.
Oh.
For now.
They promoted it though. We don't want to promote it?
Yeah, we can.
Video Man slaved over a hot Inco.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Can we call this pre-news?
Sure.
Okay.
Pre-news.
Oh, that sounds dirty.
Yeah.
Pre-news.
That's what we're all about, Sarah.
Preemie news.
Yeah. So what we have, this is play theirs first, correct? Or do we play ours first?
You can play theirs first.
Oh, all right. Well, then we'll play ours first. Let's play ours. Thank you for joining us here today, members of the media, family, friends, the dirty public. For the Dumb Zone is set to announce their commitment to a podcast network.
We don't even really know what that means, but we do know that after much soul searching and consultation with our spiritual advisors, we are prepared to commit to a podcast network. Dan, would you like to select one of these hats?
Oh my God.
No.
No. Oh, not that one.
Do we still have that Brazzers hat?
We actually need a drum roll. And we need a Blake.
What does this hat say?
Aw.
This hat says washed media. That's
Washed
right.
media.
That's right. From now on, the Dumb Zone will be under the washed media. I don't know what he's doing
Oh,
right
that's
now,
a
but
Trump
it looks
thing.
cool.
Rock'em sock'em.
So
It
yes,
is kind of a
find
Trump
us
thing.
on all Wash Media Network platforms, whatever that means.
There you go.
I believe it wasn't a Trump thing. It was more of a Frank the Tank.
Oh, okay. Because Bill Maher has been playing this thing where Trump goes like this.
He does do that. He
because he
does
looks
kinda
like
do
he's
like
jacking
a-
two guys off. And so he plays it on every single show to basically embarrass Trump. Wow.
Yeah. So
I'm not a hat guy.
we're with a podcast network. No, you're not.
don't
That's
feel like
because
that.
you have such beautiful, luscious hair.
I don't think that works.
And he will never go bald. You've claimed that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go bald.
Well, Jake, can I say something as a woman? You need a dark hat.
A dark hat.
Yeah, the white hat doesn't look right on you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like white hats on anyone, I think.
Yeah.
I
You know,
don't
like,
know who looks good in white hats, I'll be honest.
Do you know, like, whenever you go, like, do TV, they tell you, like, your color palette?
Yeah.
You aware of that?
Rob knows all about color palettes. He was
Like they-
explaining that. Adam Roma, I was in this studio with him yesterday, and he was explaining how these lights I don't know, all this shit that I have zero idea.
Yeah.
Everything Rob does, I have zero idea how he
But
does
they'll
it.
tell you, like a panel of, like, 8 colors that work best for you.
Yeah.
Does Jake have different color light than I do? Oh, no, okay. He doesn't know that much.
Can I say something about that commercial, which I really liked?
Sure, yeah,
I think you guys are so cute when you try to act.
Oh.
It is adorable.
Thanks.
And Blake was a natural.
Blake is great.
Yeah.
That
Like, I was-
absolutely feels like a shot.
Like, it was not. It was just observation.
She said try.
You're right.
You didn't say when you act.
I said so
Like when
cute.
you
I
attempt.
said so cute.
No, so cute is not a good
doesn't
thing
feel
to
like
call
a
a guy.
Hot.
No.
Hot.
Yeah, there you go.
Hot.
You guys are so
Yeah,
manly.
play it.
Wait, we can't play the whole open for business. This is 5 minutes long.
Oh, I thought he was playing the washed one.
No. This thing's 5 minutes.
You're good.
I don't think we should play a 5-minute thing for her right now.
Some news?
It's okay. Yeah, hit the news.
Oh, you don't have the wash thing?
Is this your commercial?
I don't.
What'd you think of it?
It's really good.
Thank you.
So we're joining Washed Media. It's like it's a podcast company based out of Austin.
Good friends of ours.
And they announced it today on Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean?
So
It basically means that we're gonna like appear on their shows. They're gonna appear on our shows, and hopefully we can sell some ads.
Who are they?
It's a
bunch
long,
of swinging D's.
yeah, a
Oh
bunch
my
of
bunch of bros.
swinging
Oh,
Ds.
jeez.
Yeah.
Ever heard of Joe Rogan?
Good lord.
Ish. Joe Rogan-ish.
Kind of like that, but
Okay.
Yeah.
with
Anyways, Richland Royal / Rebel Rasheed Rice not chilling out, Dan.
What does that mean?
It means that we had the situation just a couple weeks ago where he was driving 119 miles an hour on the freeway on 75 in a rented vehicle, and now officers were dispatched for reports of an assault at 2:30 in the morning on Monday to a place called Lit Lounge Nightclub over a physical assault.
So he did not sit out the next couple of plays.
He did not sit out the next couple of plays.
That would get you kicked off Coach Monica's team.
Well, maybe not the first time.
She's a zero tolerance kind of lady. This is a crazy story. I hate this street racing stuff. I see it, and it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's really scary. And I hate this, and I hate that this guy was like, oh, I got busted. I'm going to keep rolling.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
So he actually went to the same high school that I went to. He grew up in North Richland Hills, and he played at SMU. And he's had like a decent start to his NFL career.
He's on the Chiefs, right?
He is on the
Super Bowl.
Chiefs.
But obviously he still lives here.
Correct.
And is he going out and running? His running buddies? Are they other sports stars?
It does not appear to be. Well, one of them was like an SMU teammate, right? One of the people that was in the car was an SMU teammate in the initial incident, but I don't think it's like, big time.
No, he's not hanging out with Tim Hardaway Jr.
No, he's got the fellas with him.
So is this
from hometown?
Is this the cultural fallout of Too Fast, Too Furious?
Or is it the other way around?
Yeah, was it already happening?
Yeah.
Did art imitate life?
Also, that movie came out like 25 years ago, Sarah. Too Fast, Too Furious?
Yeah, there have been like 10 of them. So
yeah, they probably had one last year.
It was 9 movies ago.
I'm talking about the chain, Jake. I'm talking about the franchise. I'm talking about the way of life.
Okay. Well, we just call that fast.
Yeah. I just feel like in the last, since the pandemic, people are just incredibly bored and they...
It was a big thing, like pandemic time.
If you went down to
definitely
Deep
blew up.
Ellum?
Yeah, well, yeah. And like where we used to work, like right in front of the AAC.
Yeah.
Every Friday and Saturday, and even Sunday night, it would just be like a crazy amount of people just peeling out donuts.
Yeah, I'd take my Ford Explorer there.
Yeah.
It was great.
Go nuts.
And you were just trying to leave after Mavs post game, right?
That was actually
street takeovers.
Typically the case, yeah. Which was super uncomfortable because there's like a ton of pedestrians out there.
Do we know his blood alcohol content from that drive?
I don't. Well,
the sun was still up.
They can't find out.
They can't find out
because
they ran off. Exactly. I was going to say, like, we don't know because
he abandoned the vehicles.
All 6
They didn't
people.
get it until the next.
I'll bet you that's
3
why.
days later, right?
Yeah.
That's why he ran.
He turned himself in 3 or 4 days later, but it was like broad daylight.
It was at 6:30.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
He had the breathalyzer at home.
Maybe. I don't know. But in this case, like, he assaulted a photographer. His career's very much hanging in the balance.
I do love the thought of you getting involved in a street takeover because that's so not your element.
No, it's not.
I don't know if you can do donuts going 15.
Yeah, but imagine if you were driving in the car with Nora and that was happening. It's like not cool.
Let kids have fun.
Yeah.
Do you mean Nora,
What are you, a
or
narc?
do you mean yes?
They bought their ticket.
I mean, I think it's really creepy. I think it's illegal. And
Well,
it's
she is a
dangerous.
narc.
I know. So it's illegal? That's, what do they call it? Rosa Parks. What is she? Something.
Civil disobedience.
There you go.
There you go.
So yeah, this is a really profound act of protest.
Right.
I'm sure they're freeing Palestine.
Right. It's all about.
Whoa.
It's all about one of them amendments that guarantees me the right
Can I be clear?
to
Here,
ride my hot rod.
You guys are pro street racing.
I'm a guy with Hot Rod Magazine.
Baby, baby, there's nothing illegal about
That is right.
It's only done in
That is 100% legal.
I like you calling me baby, though. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
A quote from this news story. Next story here. Quote: "He is the greatest world leader." That would be Steven Seagal speaking of Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Vladimir Putin will face, Steven Seagal will face sanctions from the European Union after attending the inauguration for Vladimir Putin in Moscow.
What does that mean?
The only reason I'm telling you is for you to ask me, what does that mean?
Wait till the
What is
San Antonio City Council gets to
Yeah.
put their stamp of disapproval
sports mayor?
on this.
Yeah. we're not going to show Under Siege.
Straight to DVDs.
Above the Law.
Outlawed.
But he doesn't
on the
live
train.
there. He
The
doesn't-
train
Yeah,
on the way to
exactly.
Amsterdam.
What does that
You can
even mean?
now you can't see that movie.
Is that what he looks like now?
Whoa.
Oh,
Puffy.
yeah, for sure.
He's a puffy guy.
Yeah, and he's got kind of paint on hair.
Yeah.
You know?
Does he dye that?
Hair for men.
No, Blake, that's natural.
Yeah.
Where does he live?
For a little while, I know he was living in Louisiana because he was like an honorary deputy.
Stop it.
Yeah, didn't he have a reality
swear
show
to
or
God.
something?
Yeah, he was like a cop.
I would see that on Talk Soup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Hal Sparks? No. Hal Sparks did it at first. And then it was, what's his name, from Community.
Greg Kinnear first did it.
First did it? You're right.
I'm a big Soup fan.
Okay.
Don't be messing with me.
I
Yeah,
won't.
you've
But I'm right about
Phil McHale.
You've entered the dojo.
Yeah.
Jeez, this is like talking about Noam Chomsky with this one. What?
Anyways, I just think it's hilarious the idea that the EU, as feckless as they are and as toothless as they are, they're like, we're going to sanction Steven Seagal. And he's just like, okay.
That's got to be actually great for I don't know what it means to be in the news, but for him, somebody's going to rent a movie.
Rentals go up 5%? Yeah. Let's see. We got one more here for you. A company used to train dogs to search DFW schools say they found up to 30 guns on local campuses this year. Do you think that there was ever a gun at your school?
Well, I didn't go to school in Texas, as you know. So
Yeah,
that
but
probably
like Midwest,
brings the chances down a little bit.
BB guns or something, or like hunting
rifles, yeah.
I mean, speaking of a big dildo, I remember Buddy brought.
It wasn't.
Somebody was.
Oh,
earlier.
I was thinking of one.
Yeah, but it was-
Does that count?
Been a minute though.
Oh, maybe it's what I'm sitting on. The point is,
Is that a flared base?
it's a buddy brought one that he said was his mom's.
And it could shoot.
Wait, are we talking about the dildo?
I'm gonna hope it was his mom's.
Yeah, well,
'Cause otherwise, like,
This is stepmom's.
yeah.
where else would you get it?
I don't know.
Was it a dildo or was it a vibrator?
It was a
You don't learn that those are different until you're
right, a big
way
rubber dildo.
Yeah.
I think. I don't remember.
It looked like a dick.
It looked like a wiener. Yeah.
Okay. That's a dildo.
It tasted way different.
Yes.
Well, he's killing her.
Did you have a gun at school?
Definitely. I mean, I didn't. No, I'm not gun guy.
Didn't you grow up in White Settlement?
Of course, it
wasn't
was
white
before,
fiddle,
you know,
Columbine and stuff.
Columbine.
But
so
that's not even really what I mean.
we just had tornado drills.
Yeah.
We didn't have active shooter drills.
Nuclear fallout.
Yeah. Yeah, we had nuclear. I'm not Mike Reiner.
I feel like that was still going on, like in the 80s. No?
I don't recall a nuclear fallout drill, but maybe there could have
Cold
been.
War.
Yeah,
But wait.
and the day after and all that.
Yeah. I just assumed.
We had tornado drills.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't recall a nuclear drill, though.
That's more 60s.
I
That's
recall
more
my mom
60s.
telling me about them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
50s and 60s, the Cold War stuff. And then by the 70s, well, where did you grow up?
Me, Ohio, Cleveland.
So, like, did you have...
Go Tribe.
See,
Okay.
He changed his hat, so I can't.
Yeah. Go Washed.
What's your natural disaster in Ohio, other than Ohio itself?
The economy.
Yeah.
the river catching on fire.
The river was on fire. It was probably tornadoes. I remember going down and hiding under the workbench a few times because of tornado warnings.
That's why you wanted one?
That's why I wanted a workbench. You know, one of my dreams growing up was to have a workbench.
Oh.
I wanted to be 6 foot tall. I wanted to have a workbench, and I wanted to have a wood-burning fireplace.
I just came up
And I got all those.
with your Christmas present.
Yeah. I've got all those 3 things.
But do you have them here?
Like in the world or just in this studio?
Studio.
No, that'd be great if we had a fireplace. in here.
Yeah. I'm going to buy one at Temu and just drape it right back there.
Okay.
It'll just be a picture of it.
Well, we could, of course, yeah. We could put the big screen because now they have those on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just the fire going the whole time.
That'd be really nice, actually.
What do you guys think about, like, are you a YouTube TV user?
Oh, I accidentally bought it once. It was very expensive.
Like
That's
when
like $80
they show you like
Mine was 100.
3 seconds of peaceful material.
Yeah, I like that.
Moment of zen.
Yeah.
Where?
Like when they're rejoining.
Except the sound is way too loud.
It's way too loud.
Especially the birds.
So like they have like a little bit of a gap with the spot set, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they will like show you a little bit of peace. And it can be like the woods or like a lake, and sometimes
Okay,
it's just like
so
a
it's
fire.
like their thing that's always running if they're not timing the break right.
Exactly.
Okay.
They do this on just regular YouTube too.
They do?
They do, because and by the way, I didn't realize my YouTube is so loud.
Yes.
I didn't realize that was like a site-wide problem. I thought that was
What are we gonna do?
Anyways, they found 30.
Protest?
These dogs found 30 guns.
We could protest. Maybe.
How does a dog find a gun?
You want to block traffic?
You smell
Is there some kind? Yeah, is there a gunpowder?
Gunpowder?
Yeah.
I'm back on the
It's
protest.
the same thing as when they dust your hands at the airport to find residue.
What if it's a gun that's never been fired?
It has gunpowder in it.
So even it can smell that.
Yes.
All right.
Am I crazy?
How
I
about
mean-
them dogs, huh?
They're great.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
All right, there's your news.
I have a question.
Yeah, go
Mm-hmm.
ahead, Sarah.
Is Condom Sense still around?
Yes.
I think so. I think so.
And subscribe.
I bought a fake ID there once.
So you remember, guys, when we did pre-news?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was us
Mm-hmm.
attempting to act, as I've been told now.
Yeah, being very cute.
And we were announcing that we are now under the umbrella of Washed Media, and they will be selling advertising for the program, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a hat out of it too. So here we
Sure.
go.
Yeah.
But we also made a video, and Washed declined to use our video for the promotion, and there is a reason. But we'll just let you watch the video and then try to figure that out. But we made a video yesterday because we knew we're all announcing this, and it's going to be a happy family, and we're together with Wash. So
This is exciting.
I'm sorry, we made that video that we already showed you. Sorry, my head's all.
Oh, I thought it was about to happen.
They also made a video.
Oh.
I mixed my whole everything up in my whole brain.
That's fine.
okay.
So we made a video. We showed that to you in pre-news. Now
I was
we're in
excited. It was good.
now we're in post-news.
Yeah.
Where Washed, the guys in Austin, the Swingin' D's,
The
that
Swingin'
we've been
D's, yeah.
yeah, they made a video.
Let's call him. Want to call him? Let's call him. J-Man, what's up, buddy? Hey, little buddy, it's Dave, Wash Media.
Yeah, Coach. You ready to talk into a microphone for money? I'm thrilled.
Hey, congrats, buddy. We're all stoked. We're excited.
Oh, no, it's an honor.
You think making money's dumb? I don't. You hard right now?
Yeah, we're going to be down there soon.
You ready to come down here and record a podcast and maybe go eat a steak with me?
I'm fired up. Gonna help you pay off those lawyer bills, right? Yeah, I'm ready to work.
Hey, man, don't cry.
I love you.
All right. Dumb Zone, the Dumb Zone, coming to Washed Media.
Davey, what are you doing in here, man?
You remember that pod, the Dumb Zone?
No, not really.
Well, we signed them. They're Washed Media. They're in the network.
What's their content? What do they talk about?
So they used to be on the radio.
They do like Dallas sports?
They do a little bit of that, but it's much more than that. It's they do pop culture.
I'm fine if it's not just like three more white dudes.
It is. It's basically.
Are they gonna?
I already signed the contract.
Are they coming in here?
No, not literally. They're gonna still. They're out of.
Yeah, we don't have room. We don't have room for them in the bullpen.
Up around Dallas way. Brad, that Dumb Zone thing is a done deal.
What's that?
The Dumb Zone. But we're gonna sell you're gonna sell their ads.
Right. So we're gonna help them make money. Yeah.
Yup. And
What's the split looking like?
hard to say.
Yeah.
We didn't really hash that out. We're just gonna hope that
Have you told
we're
Randy?
cool with it.
Does Randy know about
Is he
this
the
too?
producer for that?
I don't really talk
So it
about
doesn't matter if Randy knows. Do we have to give these guys benefits?
No. They're not employees. That's very clear in the agreement.
So can I find it on the internet here from Austin?
Yeah, you can find almost anything on the internet. Dumb Zone, Washed Media. All right. Well, yeah. So that's what I
That's
was
great,
doing.
man. That's cool.
When's
their first
You want to go to Schlotsky's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually.
All right.
Let's get a tray.
All right.
Let's get a tray.
All right. There you go. We're with Wash Media. Now, the reason the video we showed a few minutes ago, we had a bunch of hats laid out on the table, in the form of this is what, Sarah, what high school kids will do to announce what college they're going to go to. You're familiar with that?
Yeah.
So all the possible places. And what were the hats? CNN and
Infowars and Newsmax.
Cumulus.
Oh.
I believe was one of those hats.
Wow.
Sure.
Bold.
Brazzers.
Brazzers, yeah.
But I guess they actually didn't.
Subway.
Subway.
That's funny.
They actually didn't use our video, and I think because of the other hat that Jake is now wearing.
Oh, my God.
Like, our merch guy made that.
Oh, my God.
And I think Jake just told him, hey, just make some funny hats, do whatever you want.
No, I
we just laid him.
called for that.
Oh, you asked for that one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Knowing you would want it. All right.
I thought you would. I exist to make you laugh.
The Third Reich hat. So yeah, which is
I got a call from
it'd be like Frank or his brother or the third.
Or the third. That's right. Yeah. Got a call from our good friend Dave yesterday, and he was just like, "Really, dude?"
So we've gotten off on a bad foot.
I don't know if it's a bad foot.
We
but
couldn't survive at our last place.
I would not call it a good foot.
Like we're too hot for this pot. Like we thought we're in this world now where there are no rules.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything goes,
Yeah.
and we're too hot for the podcast
They're in
network
Austin.
that we joined.
They're in Austin.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
I thought it was funny.
It is very funny.
But the point is, we didn't choose that one.
No,
we
that's a really good
against.
point.
I'm
That's-
anti that.
That's a really good point.
Didn't choose the first, second, or third.
Yeah.
No.
And what is?
Should we have had a MAGA hat, or would that have been too polarizing?
I think
How
you
funny would that have been?
You totally should have had a MAGA hat.
Yeah. I wonder if they wouldn't have kicked it out for that.
I don't think so. No.
Anyway, so two dueling videos.
Yeah, I liked yours better.
Okay.
Because
it was cute.
It was so cute, and it was also shorter.
Had Blake.
And yeah, Blake kind of did steal that show from y'all. I'm sorry, but this one it was really good, and Jake's performance was so cute. And but you know what would have just nailed it, Jake?
What's that?
If you had been talking into a Doritos football phone.
Hello?
My gosh, if we had done that today.
Hello?
That would have
This
been
is
such
amazing.
a great sight gag.
Wow, you're right, Sarah. You're always right.
Keep me around.
Now it's time for this.
Is that the outtakes?
Blake, you're really good.
Thank you.
Did you act
really
in high
well?
school?
Well,
No.
today is Thursday,
Just a natural talent.
May 9th.
When I came in here,
Mm-hmm.
the guy at the front desk, I told him where I was going, and we started chatting, and he goes, "So let me ask you a question." I said, "Yeah. Why do they call it the dumb zone?"
Yeah, my it's a bit difficult to explain to my daughter because we have internalized the idea that dumb is a bad word.
Whoops.
But now she's like, "Is that your job?" Because she sees this. Did I tell you guys about this the other day?
Here, you want a sticker?
It's a naughty word.
I do want a sticker.
There you go.
Like my mom is way too
that's
specific
pretty good throw.
with my child. And the other day she saw this
Wait,
sticker.
way too specific with my child.
Yeah, like she'll tell her things that I would not tell.
Yeah, like an explaining thing.
Yeah. So my daughter saw the sticker. It says Dumb Zone.
And Chappie shows things to her that you wouldn't show her.
That is exactly right. And she said, "So that's your job, right?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "They used to call it the hang zone, but then the radio station was mean to you."
Oh,
you got to roll on that. I need to hear that.
Well, I mean, I didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. Hey, can you do that again?
And I'm like, "Where'd you hear that?" She's like, "Your mom."
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Why does she need? She doesn't need to know that, Mom.
How old is Nora?
5.
That's adorable. That's such a cute age.
Yeah.
She subscribes.
The
to the
perfect age to learn about Cumulus Media's crushing power.
She knows now.
So on this day in 1914, President Woodrow Wilson.
I was familiar with him.
You've heard of him?
Mm-hmm.
Blake hasn't heard of all the presidents.
Has anybody?
Was it Chester
Thank you.
Arthur?
We had
What
a
about
Chester.
Millard Fillmore?
Woodrow Wilson signed a
Not ringing a bell.
proclamation. So this is 1914.
I proclaim.
He proclaimed that the second Sunday in May would be Mother's Day.
Oh, it's his fault.
And I think this is 1914. This was done to appease women
So
who were yapping on and on about not having the right to vote.
That's
It's like,
exactly
hey,
right.
how about this?
How about a day?
You can't vote, but
Give you some brunches.
one day a year. Yeah. We'll do it on a Sunday because we're already not doing anything that day. It's not like we're going to give you like a day off.
Yeah. Not a bank holiday.
Yeah.
Let you leave the kitchen.
What are you guys doing for Mother's Day?
Man, I'm lacking.
Yeah.
Everything is so expensive.
Oh my God. I just bought a $60 candle at Neiman Marcus.
Thanks a lot, Biden.
Yeah.
On this day in
I like that.
2001 in Ghana. Anybody know where that is?
I do. I dated
Excellent.
somebody in Ghana. I mean, from Ghana.
A stampede by spectators at a soccer match killed 123 people.
He never talked about that.
No, you didn't?
No.
But according to the Associated Press, it says here they were only soccer fans, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
What does that mean?
Means soccer sucks and nobody cares that you died at the soccer game.
He was actually just reading the report, though.
That's
I
not
was just
true.
reading. I was just reading the
That
Associated
was
Press.
Dan's commentary.
He's got the document.
You said AP, right?
AP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And on this day in 2019, Pope Francis issued a groundbreaking new church law.
What year again?
2019. Just a few short years ago.
Was it about the gays?
I think it was. It's a very harsh way to
Does
say
not
it.
say it was
What?
about the
That's
gays.
not harsh at all. I love the gays.
Right.
No more boy diddling.
Trans.
Not about the gay,
Animals.
not about the trans.
Pets.
The law would require all Catholic priests and nuns to report clergy sexual abuse and
Oh.
cover-ups by their superiors to church authorities. Before that,
You were
the previous
encouraged.
church law would require a new fresh batch of kids to be delivered to that.
Batch of kids.
That's right.
And a broom and a rug for every.
That's right. Those clergy get older.
Kids stay the same age, baby.
It's great.
2019 feels a little late for that.
It does. It does.
It was required then. Before it was just
Well, right. I
recommended.
mean, it was legally, yeah.
Guys, please.
On this day let's not go this day anymore. Now we're on to today's birthdays. Wait, did I ever do listener birthdays? I did. Did that earlier, right?
You did.
Okay.
Days of the all red.
Today's birthdays include former Ranger Prince Fielder. When Prince Fielder retired,
Very classy name.
he had a press conference. And this is the last question he was ever asked in any press conference.
And
ever.
hold on. I think it's important to note that when this occurred, at least in my mind, he was wearing like the People's Court like neck brace.
Because injuries cut his career short.
Yeah,
That's
like
funny.
his
That's
neck
funny.
was all jacked up and he like couldn't really move.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not funny. I'm sorry I left.
Take a couple more. Anything else? You sort of understand. You gotta wait for the microphone.
John.
You sort of understand what Lou Gehrig was going through in his famous speech?
What?
That's the last question he was ever asked.
Was he suffering from
And his answer was what?
Prince Fielder disease?
Wow.
Trey Lance is 24.
Gave up his number.
For who?
Come on, bud.
Zeke.
So that's how it works? Only so many people can you have to give up a number?
Zeke wanted 15, and that's the number Trey Lance had.
That's the number that Zeke
Why
won in
did
college.
Zeke want 15?
That's what he won in college,
That's
and I
his
guess,
number.
and because probably, as we surmised, Jerry just wants to sell like an entire new batch of Zeke jerseys.
That's why.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is his lucky sexual assaulting number, isn't it?
That's 21.
Is that what he was in college, right? Didn't he do that?
It is great
He did that when he got to the Cowboys.
that we got Zeke back on the team so that Dak can have his buddy, and we put a bunch of money down for an aging football star. That's great, right? That's how you win Super Bowls?
That's how you rally the troops there.
Look how much sports Sarah knows.
I just love the idea of having a lucky sexual.
That is crazy.
21's too mature for him.
I think he's probably grown up. Don't you think that Jerry Jones probably has a soft spot for redeemed figures because he sees himself as one? That's what I think.
Yeah, but you don't ever have to be like fully redeemed.
No, I didn't say fully redeemed.
Yeah,
It
you just
meant
have to, like-
he's not going to do the sexual assaulting anymore.
Probably not. No.
He's past.
John Lott is 60.
Love John Lott.
Good friend of the show.
Yeah.
Former guest, Hard Knocks star.
Sound like no Lubbock fish guy.
Many years ago.
What was the word he kept saying that we were
Dadgummit or
considering dumping?
Gosh darn.
No.
We're going to dump that.
He was calling somebody.
Goddamn.
Hold on.
Shit, cunt, fuck.
No, it was
James.
What was that?
I'm just guessing.
Oh.
Sound like
You.
Tourette's.
I know. I thought that was a drop or something.
Did he keep saying pecker?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pecker.
yeah. That is right. Yeah.
That little pecker.
Yes.
That's a cute word. It's like a cute old-fashioned Texan word.
Doug Christie is 54. Tell Sarah who Doug Christie is.
God.
Sarah, Doug Christie was an NBA player in the 90s and 2000s. His wife was featured on one of those Basketball Wives shows.
Sure.
And she would follow the team bus, the team plane. She would follow him around the country. And she actually told a story one time that whenever he would go on the road, she would weigh his testicles.
What?
And then whenever he would come home, she would weigh them again to make sure that they weighed not less.
That feels unscientific.
Yeah.
He
didn't drain them.
Right. It's.
But what if he masturbated?
No,
that was
he's
not
allowed.
allowed.
Nope. Only to her.
That was not allowed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wait till
I mean, that was the point.
How can you weigh testicles, though?
Calvin Murphy is 76.
Wait.
He is with the Houston
I'll
Rockets.
find out tonight.
Workshop this.
You're familiar with the Calvin Murphy Kemp spin? Because I have it in detail right here.
Go ahead.
He won the J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award in 1979. That's a yay, right?
Uh-oh.
If we're going to play yay boo. Okay, the yay is... That sounds
Citizen.
great. The word citizenship, that means you're doing some good stuff.
Fantastic.
Later, he would be accused by 5 of his daughters of sexual abuse.
Oh.
And that is a boo.
Boo.
Yeah, that's a thumbs down.
That's
I'm against that.
A bad citizen.
You're right. It's
a bad dad.
Did you get your citizenship revoked?
There's a lot of bad.
A lot of bad.
We can't just limit it
lot
to
of bad.
Billy Joel is 75.
I love Billy Joel. Is that controversial?
No. I've seen you tweet about it.
Yeah, I did. I went through a little phase.
He
He
prints
Billy
money.
Joel.
80s only.
Only 80s Billy Joel.
Well, I don't pay
And
attention.
cover
The
bands.
70s Billy Joel is fantastic.
Didn't he do like a, I don't know, like 75 night a year residency at MSG? And
They have his number retired.
And he had like a...
There's a banner hung up for him.
Yeah.
Right? Number's retired. And
he had like a helipad.
Oh, yeah, I read the New Yorker article where
It was
it was fantastic. It's a really, really good article.
Like literally, Dan.
Yeah, I
He would
read that
just
too.
Fly over to MSG from his place in New Jersey every night.
Yeah, and then he was like out. He was back
Within
home
10
within
minutes.
15 minutes of
Yeah.
saying goodnight.
Yeah.
He would be already
And
there.
it's just 100K.
Like, you're not even at your car yet. He's back home.
Right. It's pretty awesome.
Do you think they'll get us a helipad for downtown Dallas here?
We don't even have parking.
You
No,
can
that's
get
the
a
thing.
screen from Temu.
I was shocked.
It's hard to get parking here.
Tell me about it. You know what I think about the ball thing? If you had danglers.
Like dangling balls?
Yes. If he had danglers, you could get a decent weight on it.
Just one of those fish skate. Like,
Yeah.
So after the shower,
hook them
maybe.
and raise them.
Not after the pool.
Right.
That's right.
Sanja Sohn.
I can honestly say I've never heard the term danglers.
Is 60. She was on The Wire. Remember her?
Oh,
she
she plays Kima.
She gets shot.
Oh.
I met her.
Did you?
Yeah, I met a bunch of them at the Washington Correspondents' Dinner once. I crashed it.
Them?
Oh, God, come on. It was Wire cast members.
Ghostface Killa is 54.
Can I tell Jake, because he's a Wire fan? It was
Yeah,
Clay,
you're the guy.
Jake is the Wire
Wait,
fan.
you're the guy that likes The Wire?
Yeah.
It was also Clay Davis and Marlon. It was pretty awesome.
Love Marlon.
Ghostface Killa, 54.
That spawned a really cool Dirk nickname.
Ghostface Driller?
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day, I really love the nickname Slim Reaper.
That's funny.
I don't think he likes it,
For
though.
KD?
He doesn't?
Nuh-uh.
He hates it.
Really? That seems so cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
Or the Durantula.
He probably doesn't like being reminded that he's so skinny.
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't bench press
I would love that.
135.
I want to be
I know.
I want to be called the Slim Reaper.
But it's like hot girls want
Not
to be
the
told
fat
they're
old
smart.
guy.
Hot girls want to be
Who's
told they're smart.
looking at me funny.
And smart girls want to be told they're hot.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yep. It's good advice.
Andrew WK is 45.
Growers want to be showers.
Grace Gummer is 38.
Is that why you're listening to that song, Video Man?
Oh, he was listening to I Want to Party? Or
He's jamming
Let's
out the
Time to
party hard
or-
earlier.
We had him on the show
Who's
long
Grace
time
Gummer?
ago. He was great.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very Larry the Cable Guy.
He's very suburban white guy.
The whole thing is just a work.
Right, yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, he's just got pictures of him as if he was smashing a brick into his face.
Yeah.
He's kind of amazing. I'm kind of fascinated by him.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Who's
Maybe.
Grace? Who's great? Yeah.
Grace Gummer is the daughter of Meryl Streep, and she was on Mr. Robot.
Oh, my God.
She's 38. What?
She was so great in that show.
Oh, you liked her?
Yeah.
I would have kept Streep if I were her.
Dom, right?
I don't recall her name.
I think it was Dom.
Great show, though.
Oh, I started.
Do you think she just wanted to be herself, be her own?
Yes, but Gummer's a tough one.
That is.
Or is it that her dad's name is Gummer, obviously?
No, fair enough. I mean, probably so. I'm just saying.
But if
Streep,
if you're under 70,
pretty
you
name.
don't understand that your name is Gummer, right? I had a buddy.
Meryl Streep one? No.
Dan has a buddy.
Right there.
It was my friend in Ohio. I don't want to get more detailed than that. But he said he once got a gum job from a lady who popped out her.
No.
I swear to God.
And?
He said it was the greatest thing ever.
Really?
No interference.
Like she was not like old or anything. She was like
A little
in her
methy.
40s or something.
She's like a meth addict, or
I don't know.
Why didn't she?
Somehow she didn't have. She had a.
Wouldn't that hurt?
Maybe she talked back too much.
Jeez.
Oh.
It is Ohio.
It is Ohio.
He told her twice.
And Lisa Ann is 51.
The goat.
The porn star.
What?
She retired.
The goat.
She's the greatest porn star of all time.
The porn star.
Capote.
How are those things even related?
Capote.
Okay, yeah. She's nailing Palin.
Oh, she's nailing Palin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well then I.
Well, she had
then I can see.
she retired from the porn and had breast reduction surgery, which, as you know, is
like slapping God in the face. That's right. Yeah.
Video. You pulled video from her, right?
Did you ever consider that, Sarah?
pulling
Hepola?
it right
yes,
now.
when I was 18 years old. Because
your jugs were so giant.
God, this is sexual harassment.
It really is.
The thing about it is that when I was 18, I had big naturals, and
I don't think I've ever.
It'd be
heard
cool
one
if you
say
could
that.
give it to somebody else that you know.
I know, but not the
Like charity?
90s.
Contagious.
The 90s were kind of like a Kate Moss. Everybody was, flat chested.
See, here's the thing.
And I wanted
It's
to
like
get. I
Locks of
tried to get my
Love for
mom
boobs.
to let me get a breast reduction. And she was like, no, not if you're under, not until you're over 18.
She's like, look, these will come back. Everything is cyclical.
No, she was.
Dudes are going to love them.
She was like always worried about my back. And then, anyway, it doesn't matter. But I didn't get, and I'm glad. And it is important to know that these things go in and out of fashion. I've been really enjoying Sydney Sweeney's Big Naturals comeback.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed.
No, you shouldn't.
I respect her as an actor.
No, I know.
You know, she's really smart.
She's got some big ideas.
Guys, huge ideas, and they bounce.
Born on this day, now dead. We have John Brown. Says here, abolitionist.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like he
burned some shit down.
So what does that mean? What was he trying to abolish? To me,
abolitionist. He was a slavery abolitionist.
So he was trying to abolish slavery.
Slavery, yeah.
Is that the start of cancel culture? Like he's trying to
woke.
Nice. Okay. I like it.
Woke John Brown.
I don't know if I'm going to recover from that.
It's fine. We're done.
We are pretty much done.
Okay.
Any closing remarks? Sarah, thank you for your first visit in our studio.
It was fun.
It's a pleasure to have you in person.
Mm-hmm. It was good to be here. It was nice.
We're going to hook you up with a sub. If we can ever figure that. We just can't figure that out.
Yeah. Okay, well, here's the other thing.
And
when Dan first called me.
We'll have to give you some money, too.
Yeah, he was like, I would never ask you to do this and not pay you.
Right.
And then that was a month ago?
Hey,
we're up against it.
Dan is going to lie to you a lot.
What?
Get used to this.
Oh, okay.
Any final closing remarks, James?
Yeah. Banquet's open to the public. It's at Community Brewery. I brought some community beer for you. Also, I wasn't lying when I said big fan. You're
thank
big
you.
Inspiration as well. I was drinking
What are you showing her there?
I was drinking my non-alcoholic beer over here. Day 352 for me.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I'm plugging the hell out of community beer here. So go. They do have a non-alcoholic that will be available at the banquet.
I always find that interesting because I saw you at a party once and you're drinking a non-alcoholic beer, and I just feel that's...
You thought that was cheating?
I just don't know. I mean, it doesn't...
What's in it for you?
If you quit smoking pot, would you smoke something that doesn't have THC in it that felt like pot?
It's a fair question. A couple things that I'll say. One is that pot doesn't have this social kind of trappings.
Yeah.
So when you're at a party and you're drinking in a Dixie cup and everyone else has a beer in their hand, it's very conspicuous.
Because I don't like drinking either.
Uh-huh.
And I have found... I stole this from someone else who said, if I tell people I'm an alcoholic, that can stop the conversation.
It will.
But if I just say, yeah, I'm just not into drinking, it's like,
come
on,
man.
dude.
What happened?
Come on, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do good with moderation.
The other thing is that I am one of those weirdos that genuinely loves the taste of beer.
I do too.
Especially like I haven't tried Community, but like Athletic beer, non-alcoholic beer is terrific.
It was not an acquired taste for me.
Yeah, it was not an acquired taste for me. It was it was like fish to water.
Did you ever black out?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the point after a while.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if, just like in Sarah's awesome book, which is a New York Times bestseller, I never knew this before, but a lot of that is about, your body weight and your size and how much,
Yeah,
so
and genetic predisposition.
You think girls are more predisposed?
Well, they are because...
To blackout.
Yes, because
Which
they process...
works perfectly for us, doesn't it, guys?
No!
You didn't have to rub your hands.
No.
A little bit less.
No.
But yeah.
No, sir.
It became a challenge.
No,
for
sir.
a while. It's like,
I've gone 10...
It was a challenge to
I've gone
you, like,
almost,
how much can I drink?
Almost 10 years and nobody's made that joke. And you ruined my streak.
You know what you were in for.
You bought your ticket.
You bought your
Could say I was asking for it.
Sorry, James is still talking.
No.
James, are you Irish, Scotch-Irish?
Yeah, Crowley is.
Yeah,
Crowley.
that is a blackout culture right there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you, as somebody that is part.
I'm
Irish
offended by
myself,
that. Yeah,
I'm Irish. We are a blackout people.
I mean, that doesn't make sense. I mean, our favorite holiday. Oh wait, maybe, maybe it does make sense.
Yeah.
Are you done with closing remarks? We've pimped the rugby stuff today.
We are the only the only club in Texas that has our own, that we own the field, our own property, and so you can come up to Wiley if you're up there.
Wiley,
I drive by it all the time.
Really?
Bring the kids. We have youth leagues. We have female sides. We have touch. We have flag. We have something for everybody. The Rugby Gardens. You can look that up online. Rugby Gardens. What else? What else can I say about rugby and community? The banquet is Saturday, 7 to 11. If you show up at the door, I think I got 10 or 15 seats left. If some, I brought 4 with me. If anybody wants one.
Okay, and you won't be using your drink ticket, right?
No.
Yeah.
You'll have a bracelet that it's open tap for 3 or 4 hours. So
why did you what was did you have a bottom moment? Because Sarah wrote in her book
lots of bottom moments.
Yeah. Give us the last thing that you went
a few
through.
tops. The last
Tim Collishaw, he has said what? It was tripping down some stairs and having a.
I thought his was
cut up.
That's child's play. Yeah.
I thought his was the arrest.
Did you read Collishaw's book?
No.
Okay, he wrote one about.
He woke up 45 minutes away, right?
Something like that. Yeah, or in a car on a FM.
Yeah.
Some.
They're like,
yeah.
where are you?
Yeah.
Done that. Gotten kicked out of a few places.
Yeah, but
kicked out of concerts.
Yeah, he fell downstairs on Christmas Day or something and spent Christmas in a hospital because of it.
That sucks.
I would say I blacked out once in my life. Do you think you did?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in a blackout right now.
But
I
passed out.
Yeah, maybe
but
that's
blackout,
where I'm mixing up the two things a little bit.
There is one time, and I did grow up in a different era for sure, but I might have even told you this in the past. One time I was out, whatever, drinking and everything, and then ended up at home, and I woke up the next day, and it's the car was in the garage.
How did that happen?
I drove home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how that occurred. And that scared me
very
enough
scary.
to.
That is one thing
societally. Not drink as much the next night.
That is one thing societally that we can earnestly say has improved.
Yeah.
People don't drive drunk as much.
Unless you're named Rashi Rice.
Rashi Rice.
Okay.
And then you drive at 120 miles an hour.
Tied it all back together.
There we go.
Sorry, James, I did interrupt you.
I don't think he was exactly.
About.
I don't think he was exactly fired up about the direction of things.
Oh, okay. That's right. Oh, yeah. His bottom
let me tell you about all my bottom moments.
Okay.
Oh, I had a couple where where my wife recorded what I was saying.
Oh, that's brutal.
I was blacked out, kind of passed out, but I was still talking.
Okay, so she was on you to.
She was definitely an ally. She's a partner. I'd talked about it for years, and I was sober in my 20s. I was sober for 5 or 6 years, and I learned how to manage it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Turns out I didn't.
Yeah.
But
so did your wife not drink?
No, not when I met her, but she does drink. And she's a responsible adult. I mean, I think that's the key there. But turns out I'm pretty what do you call it? Compulsive on a lot of stuff, not just alcohol. Alcohol is just very accessible and acceptable.
So now,
culturally.
Are you really? Do you have to replace it with something else that you're?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to replace it with all kinds of stuff.
Rugby.
Yeah, rugby. Ideally, work or something productive. I try to focus on.
Were you a dirty drunk when you were at fight night? You fought at fight night?
Yeah, I wasn't drunk when I fought, but I definitely pounded a couple Corona Lights while I was there, and numbed my chin a little bit. But but yeah, drinking all the time, drinking during the day, whatever.
And did you read Sarah's book?
I have not. No.
Okay, but
I've
you did know
started
at least the first passage.
Oh God.
Yeah. Definitely as much as you guys
From
have
the
talked
show.
about here, right? For sure.
Not you guys.
It's not you
Don't
guys.
shake your head.
It's one guy.
It's just him.
You put it in the book. It's a bestseller. It's a hook.
And I listened to yours as
It's
well.
the greatest hook in book history.
Do you know how many interviews I've done and people were just so delicate about that topic?
Yeah.
Not here.
And then you just came in.
We're keeping it real here. I'm promoting your book way better than them. Somebody's going to listen to that interview and be like, okay, maybe I'll read it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's the best hook in book history, and you're going to have to go buy Blackout by Sarah Hepola to find out.
After you come to the rugby banquet on Saturday at Community.
That's right.
And get
Look at all these plugs.
Get blackout.
Left and right.
Not the way to promote the book.
We're going to have a merch table.
Check us out at Wash Media.
Sell some of your books.
That's right. Yeah, YouTube.com.
Frankle.
Oh, I got shirts for you guys, too.
Dorito phone.
Wow.
Prosper Ford.
Rugby shirts.
You guys are just saying words now.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty much.
I brought an autographed picture of myself, too.
Okay.
All right. We got to go.
There's our ender.
Adios, mofo.